Hey, what's up? It's Tom. How's it going? Your brand, Tom. It's that time of the week again. Episode 48. So says my save file. What are we doing here? Ben's here. Ben's back. Talking about all sorts of stuff. Talk about the controversial Channel Awesome stuff at the end here. But got to use allegedly when saying things that I've read online, like other podcasts do. It's like a real thing or something. It's pretty neat. Is there anything else here? Yeah, Ben encourages everyone to email the show throughout the show to air your grievances, so the next time we do this, we can have a big ol' list of grievances and other comments and concerns and whatever it is you want to send an email for. So send an email, yourbrainattom@gmail.com. Blow my phone up, and yeah, we'll do that. It'll be good times. Blow us out of the water. I think he'll be on the next one, probably. Sounds likely. So, within another week's time, or more realistically, 5-ish days between when I record and when this goes out, email the show. Tell us what you think. So, email your thoughts and questions, grievances, the whole bag. All things that could be in email form. Feel free. yourbrandtom@gmail.com. Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. I enjoyed it. I hope you do too. And enjoy.
This is your brain. And this
is your brain on Tom.
Is there something good to say?
Yeah. All right, welcome. Episode 48. Tom here, and Ben joins me, man.
I'm back for the 6th time.
6th time.
So we missed my 5 timers. Well, okay, but the one time was this mic, so it's like my 5th and a half.
Okay. So technically, it's still your 6th because we recorded one and deleted it and had to do another one.
I'm waiting for my smoking jacket, though.
Oh, okay.
5 timers, you should steal that from SNL and do
that. Is that a thing?
Yeah, when you host 5 times, you like join a club and there's like jokes about it, but there's not. Like, it's not like they pretend like there's like a secret location.
Like they pretend it's a real thing, but
yeah,
it's not.
But like they get like jackets they wear, like smoking jackets.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't think they keep them, but like.
What do you get for when your people like? Who's the guy who's like done it like 12 times?
Like Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
No, 5's the only like special one.
Oh, okay.
Alec Baldwin's hosted the most.
Right. What's his number at?
I could look at that. I want to say like in the 20s.
Is it really? I was gonna say it's like probably 16. That's crazy.
I believe it goes him, Steve Martin. I don't know who's third.
That's crazy.
But no, he's definitely. I think him and Steve Martin might be the only 2 above 10. Or like John Goodman, I think has hosted a bunch of times.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it's like those 3. And like Christopher Walken's hosted a lot too.
Weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He makes sense. John Goodman, I'd be surprised. I don't ever hear people talk about him hosting.
No, he's I mean, almost like once a season.
Really?
Maybe like not last season or this season, but I think the season before that he hosted. He might host. No, he's not hosting because next week's the last episode is Tina Fey. But with like Roseanne came back, so.
Well, she had a show to promote.
He could have. Yeah, but like. Yeah, no, John Goodman.
Oh, he's in the show.
He was in the show. He like he played Trump's former Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson.
Oh.
So like he did like whenever he was needed, like twice or 3 times.
Is he not like his Roseanne counterpart and not big into Trump, even though they play that on the TV show?
No. Yeah, no, I was just reading something about that show.
Apparently it's good?
No, that's not. I don't think. If you want to talk about Roseanne, I think we have to find another time to talk about it, because I have a lot of opinions on like even the old show.
Oh, really? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this new show, but from what I could tell, it seems out of character for Roseanne Connors to be a Trump supporter.
Does it?
Because her whole thing, I feel like there should be a part in the show where she should be like, what does Trump know about being poor? Like, that's kind of who she is. Like, she's very big into,
right, because
like,
they were a poor family.
People who know what it's like. So I understand, like, when she's like, Trump's gonna get us jobs, but, like, the bigger thing is, like, yeah, I haven't seen the new show, so I feel,
she's like a super,
to talk about
she's like a super Trump supporter in real life,
yeah,
right?
I think she just is, like, Annie should be seen. So today I listened to my last time I was on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew I was going to be on today.
I have a narcissistic day today.
When I normally don't know right before. And I listened to it, and oh my God, was I like given horse tranquilizers before the show?
I don't know.
Because if you listen back to it, I'm just out of it. I'm like, I don't. You like try to bring them up, like, I don't care. I'm just very, like just melancholy about everything.
Was that the one we had to record twice? Is that why?
It was, but I like you think like I'm just like I don't know. You were like trying to be something. I'm like, I don't care about that. You're like, Disney's gonna buy Fox. I'm like, okay, I don't which I don't care, but like
it was a point of conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just straight up like, I don't know. But so the one thing I mentioned is we talked a lot about Four Lokos.
Yeah, we did.
And
I added them on Twitter.
I didn't mention it last time. But another Four Loko update.
Coming in hot.
So it came out in about January, but since I have not been on since December, I guess the asking for me to come back hasn't been that hot. Whatever.
You literally couldn't. You're 3 hours away.
That's true. No, and I like haven't been around, but like I don't know, like just like no one's been like, I
was gonna have you on for spring break, but then you went to England, which we can get to.
Which we'll get to because I have a thing on that. But no, they released a new flavor of Loko.
Oh, did they really?
Do you know what it is?
I have no idea. Ben, imagine that I keep up. Imagine.
Guess the new flavor. You two at home listeners.
Well, what do they have? Is it a color? It's probably a color, right? Because they have black and gold.
No, black's the new color.
Oh, black's the new one?
Black's the new flavor since January. What color do you think it is? Like the liquid?
I think it's purple.
Did you guess slime or green, listeners?
Nope.
Because it's that.
Lime green.
Because it is as green as Slimer from the Ghostbusters.
It's gross.
It is like this snot green.
What's it taste like?
I don't know.
The color black?
Ghosts. I feel like if ghosts were to taste, it's like something.
Just like drinking up Slimer splooge?
Yeah, Blacko.
Blacko's what it's called?
That's what I call it.
Oh.
It's called Black Loko.
That's a crazy name. Is that the... What's the brand of the higher alcohol count?
This is a 14er.
14, okay.
This is a 14.
Yeah.
In fact, if we... let me get it. But if we go on the Four Loko website...
Oh, I thought you were about to say if we go on the Four Loko subreddit. I was about, Jesus, Ben, you're so in deep.
Someone, if it doesn't exist, please make it. But they straight up know they sell garbage.
Yeah, of course they do.
Because if you go on the flavor description...
They still name it Four Loko.
Well, that's a nice...
There's a K in their name.
Well, yeah.
They don't have self-respect.
Yeah, well, I mean... okay, but also, like, Four Loko, like... Yeah, it's weird that it's still Bold is the series, by the way.
Bold, that's what I knew it had a name.
Oh, no, wait, this is its own... Oh, wait, no, it's actually not Bold. It's the Camo series, but it's a 14% for the... Anyways, I wanted to read you the description
please.
For Black. Four Loko nights are always unexpected and adventurous. Your night could end in glory, or it could end in you finishing an entire pizza by yourself in bed, which is kind of glorious in its own way. Black is just as bold as your Four Loko night out. We won't tell you what it tastes like, you just have to find out at the start of your next Four Loko story.
Well, that's bold.
They know what they're selling.
That's bold.
Gold, also has a great one. Tastes like gold. Not much more we can say.
That's it?
Yep,
wow,
that's it.
I'm really loving this marketing team.
Yeah, no, the Four Loko, yeah, PR campaign is amazing.
That is pretty...
I want to work for them.
I mean, the fact that they know it's called a Four Loko night, and the one time I had propositioned you to get it, you're like, is it a Four Loko night? And it was a Loko night, and then...
It's a Loko night, yeah.
And so they know their brand.
They know.
They know their market.
They know who they're marketing to, because if you follow them on Instagram like I do...
Good Lord. What is your obsession with following trash brands?
It's just weird to follow brands on like social media. It's like funny.
Unless they're delightful, like Wendy's or DiGiorno.
No, I don't like them because they like know it. But Four Loko like posted a picture of like a girl, and it was like graduating college with my best friends, and it's just a picture of her in a capping gown with a bunch of Four Lokos. But no, Four Loko like is a great brand. So I just wanted to re-update your listeners on Four Lokos because I was worried.
I definitely wasn't keeping them up to date, so it's a good thing.
I think this could be a weekly bit. I'll find new Four Loko news every week, and I will come on. And I'll be like, Four Lokos.
How often does the Four Loko news break?
I'm gonna have to start making it up.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm already out of news. But,
that was from
I
January.
guess I could find like crimes committed because people drink a lot of Four Loko.
I don't think that's the case anymore.
Or
That's old Four
If
Loko.
I run out of news, I'll just drink a Four Loko and then tell you how the night goes.
That's true. That's true. You could just come on with a Four Loko.
Yeah, I could just like
Just
describe
narrate
the
your
taste.
feelings.
I'll just like be like, yeah.
You should do a live taste testing of black. Because apparently it's a mystery flavor, and it's up to you to decide.
Some of black. I haven't had. I don't like drink Four Lokos.
What do you? Why would you lie? Don't lie to these people.
I don't want to break the illusion that I drink Four Lokos a lot to your listeners, but like I don't.
Don't lie to the people.
Like, yeah. Or maybe they can think I'm lying. Am I double bluffing? Am I bluffing?
I can't even tell.
Yeah, no, I don't like Four Lokos.
No one does. They just do it because it does the job.
But I wanted so cut that bit where I said I don't like Four Lokos because maybe we can get a sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll like get jackets like NASCAR, and we'll just like wear like.
That would be absolutely hilarious if the only fucking sponsor of the show was Four Loko.
And it's not even like they like do commercials that straight up like when you guys record just like wear these jackets. Like you do realize it's a podcast.
This is an audio show, right?
And like, just wear the jackets.
Although I might start filming it. It might happen.
I have listened to one podcast that filmed it for no real reason.
I listened to a few. All the kind of funny stuff is done. Joe Rogan films his stuff. So it's more, seems to be more common now. Like for podcasts that start now, they're like also filmed because that's like where the medium has gone, I guess.
I guess, but so, I don't know if it'd be necessary for your podcast.
I don't think it's necessary for any podcast, but I mean, it would help when I go, look at this thing, and people go, it's an audio show.
Well, I think it's just like, don't do that on the show then.
No, yeah, you can just avoid that.
Or like tweet it after.
I've done that before.
Well, yeah, description in the description on iTunes.
Yeah.
Link to that. Some shows do that.
Fucking hate. We'll just get into. I want to talk about this anyway. The Babylon website, first off, doesn't work.
It used to be much better.
Doesn't work.
They redid it.
Second, what is this whole Stitcher nonsense? I'm very upset. Kevin Smith, I dedicated an episode to you. Why do you hurt me by making it paid now?
No, I didn't listen to Tom's episode, Kevin Smith, and I'm not going to, but I'm going to tell you this, Kevin Smith, right now. I was thinking about you today. And so, Kevin Smith, are you smart? Because you present yourself like an idiot, and a lot of your movies are idiots, and then once in a while, you'll just mention, like, weird, like, Greek plays you've read and stuff, and it's, like, he'll mention, like, I'm some Russian novelist, and then, like Clerks is going for that Dante's Inferno thing. Like, is he a smart guy, or is he legitimately an idiot?
No, he's pretty smart.
Like,
you can't get to that point. You can't get to that point
but I mean,
and then continue.
Okay. I shouldn't say is he smart. Is he an intellectual?
I think so.
I don't know.
He watches a lot of movies.
Is this too much? Okay, listen to his newest thing. He loves everything.
He does love everything.
There's not one thing here. Now, I think he just has to live up this brand. I don't think we see the real him.
No, I think we do.
It's a brand.
Well, maybe you're right.
I was thinking about that today, and then sometimes...
Because if you listen... Did you ever listen to the Smodcast where they went back and listened to the first episode?
Yeah.
And they make fun of him for being emo Kev because he was like, he hated everything, and that's no longer the case. But it's... I don't know if you don't have to hate anything to be a person. No, but you also see like a more
real Kevin Smith, like when like he did the thing with Walter and Brian recently.
That was good.
Which, like, I was thinking, just like he seemed very different. No, I'm not thinking because you was different people, you're different, but... I'm just saying. But also, like, he makes bad movies. So it's just confusing. I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to say. But people are paying him to make them, so...
I guess, but...
How does that happen?
That's true.
He's either got a phenomenal manager or agent, or he's just... People just like him, and he's... I don't know. Because how the fuck do you get Tusk made?
But, like, let's even say, like,
And then Yogo's after that.
I think Chasing Amy, aged very badly and is a very
disagree. It's a great movie.
I want him to either defend it. I just want to hear him talk about that movie now.
He never mentions it. He always talks about Dogma. He always talks about Clerks.
I think because he realizes it. It's not It's not a.
Like I heard.
It's not gonna work in this.
Explain your argument.
In this climate, Chasing Amy does not work.
Right, because it's a movie about a lesbian who just needs some good dick.
I don't.
And then
then it's like.
But then you got.
They do not now
Jason Lee.
Understand with like certain aspects where he's like. Sure, it's the characters just talking. Like, I think it's a fine time cap. So not even.
I think so.
I just think it does not age well as a movie.
I think it's a great movie.
No. Thank God it was not nominated for an Oscar.
Was it supposed to be?
Yeah, wasn't that like the thing? It was almost like
Wasn't it?
best
I know it was like at the time,
screenwriting.
like
it was like a few
Kevin Smith
votes.
is back.
It was like a
He's-
few votes away. Kevin Smith is back from 2 movies.
Well, because he did Mallrats, which is poop, and then they're like, "Oh my guy's back," because
yeah.
he was the golden child after Clerks.
Um,
At least that's what he said before.
yeah, which is also like a little. I don't know. I'm just saying, chasing him. I want him to like literally just like be more like not just be like, let's talk about Tusk and my smoking habits or whatever. Like I want him to like talk about like the
Well, see, it's hard because
him as an artist,
he
as
doesn't
an
have-
auteur.
he doesn't have.
Because some would probably argue he is.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he
I
definitely
think
is,
that's an incorrect thing, but I want him to see. I want to know if he thinks of himself as an auteur.
No, I don't think he thinks himself highly at all. But, well, the whole heart attack thing has been. He doesn't. I mean, it's. I know. Obviously, he's just joking. He said the moment after it happened, this will become part of the lore of Kevin Smith. But he brings up a lot, and like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it did just happen.
he opens every Babylon with, "Hey, I'm the guy who had the heart attack," because they
does he?
shout
Don't
Carmi
listen.
all the time
I
again.
fall behind a lot in that podcast.
Uh,
And if you like miss a week, it's like no point in going back.
no,
Just
there's
talk
not
about the
because it's
news.
modern, it's up to date news. and
Yeah,
stuff,
so if I skip, if there's like 2 episodes, I just listen to the newest one.
I do too, but he's still doing it. And then, what was I saying? Oh, and the whole vegan thing. It's like he's just listening.
Yeah.
I don't want to insult his daughter, but like,
Oh, his daughter's kind of crazy.
yeah,
Follow her on Instagram because I know.
like I don't know.
No, I do. She's
Like he doesn't eat honey.
She doesn't seem to know how it works. Is all I'm gonna say.
veganism or
No,
life.
just life. I think she grew up very well off, going to Disneyland 3 times a week. I follow you on Instagram. I know you do. And I think that's fine, but don't be up in your social causes. Like, okay, you don't know.
Well, I mean, it's
She's very into like animal rights as well.
right. Yeah. Well, in the newest Babylon, they talk about he doesn't eat honey, or she doesn't eat honey. Maybe he does, but she doesn't because that's taking from animals.
Yeah,
and
she
Ralph's
doesn't
like, "What the
drink
fuck are you
milk.
talking about?
She
They
doesn't
make honey. That's not part of
She
an
doesn't
animal."
drink milk either.
Yeah. Well, no vegans do.
Yeah, no, she's just.
You're not supposed to eat things that come from animals,
she's
but honey doesn't
fine.
come from
She's
animals.
fine. She's a fine actress too.
Is she?
Eh.
I haven't seen her new, like,
I don't know.
Serious
Judging her
thing.
based on 2 movies I've seen her in.
have I seen both? She's in
Yogo's
Yogo's-
and Tusk.
She's in Tusk? Oh, yeah. She's playing the same role both times, though.
Okay, fine. Then her as a baby in Giant Silent Bob Strike
There you
Back.
go.
I don't know.
Oscar worthy.
She's fine in all of those. She's kind of tall. I guess
She's
that's
super
a
tall.
good thing she's got going for. No, like I don't like. They'll never hear this, but I still like them. Like I said, I follow her on Instagram.
I don't dislike her. It's just like, I think he's like, I'm not trying to
I
talk
think
bad. I'm not trying to talk badly of her. I'm just
he's out of
noticing
the loop. I think he's
taking a lot from her right now
I
in
think
terms of like the veganism and all that shit.
He's just Jay and Silent Bob reboot isn't gonna be like, this is my piece on 8. Like it's just gonna be like,
Would you want more?
Get it, Star Wars exists.
Would you want more?
I think he had the capabilities. Look at Dogma. He's like halfway there.
I don't even like that one that much. I think it's okay. It's probably the bottom of my favorites.
I think because it's 3 attempts. We'll say Clerks, Chasing Amy, and Dogma of going more.
Serious? Dramatic?
Not dramatic, but something real.
Okay.
And
Clerks 2 is the most real.
Clerks 2 is my favorite.
I love Clerks 2.
Like I don't know why I'm like bashing him. Like when my favorite movie of his is Clerks 2.
Yeah. I love the man. I don't know why you're making me pay for your podcast.
He's not.
Yeah, it is.
How often are you like, oh, I want to listen to that episode from 2 years ago?
Oh, is it that way? I thought he was saying that after 6 months, everything goes on to paid.
No.
Oh, well, then I have no complaints. Continue doing what you're doing.
Oh my god.
Make your buck.
Oh god. Now I just bashed him for nothing.
I don't take everything back. I do have complaints,
an
but...
episode goes up on iTunes for 6 months. 6 months
Oh,
after
I
it
thought
gets
he was
deleted.
saying after 6 months, everything is on paid. And I was like, what the
No.
fuck is this?
He
All right, that's
wouldn't-
fine.
You couldn't keep that up. He'd lose everybody.
That's what I thought. I was like, this is a crazy thing. But then again, it would make potential sense if it's like the payment you got from Stitcher equaled out the amount of payment you're getting from ads. Then it would kind of make sense. But because I only think you get ad money if people do the service, then you get the
I
kickback.
don't know.
So if I've never done anything from most podcasts. I doubt you have. So obviously the kickback is going to be less than the percentage of total listeners. So I thought that was the math he was doing, but this makes way more sense.
Yeah, no, it's free for 6 months. After 6 months, the episode goes on.
I have no
and
complaints.
You guarantee I can find it on YouTube after.
No complaints. I only really want to listen to the Smodcast in Babylon, which even that I've been really...
To those terms. Podcast never updates.
It never does.
So.
Hopefully when Scott Moser's back, that's all they do. That'd be the greatest.
I would also like for him to maybe at one point... Also, if you're listening to the show and you know of some interview with him where he like actually talks about like an auteur, like just view of his things or whatever, or like anyone who talks about it, send that to the show. Also, he's a big sellout in terms of like merchandising everything.
The man's gonna make a buck.
No, I know. I just want him to like...
Honestly, I want him
to like make a commentary on
of
that.
all the things that makes the most sense, because you look at his films and like he says himself, it's amazing he can keep doing this. Mm-hmm. So he's got to make money somehow. So just take the things you got, and brand the shit out of him. He's a brand.
He's not a filmmaker. Yeah. He's a brand. He's the Donald Trump of filmmakers.
Oh, interesting
His
take.
name
Hot
is
take.
more money
Hot take.
than anything else he makes.
I guess, I mean, that is why because Tom C. Davis talked about the other comic book store in Red Bank that closed. Mm-hmm. And like the reason they're staying open is because one, they have a TV show that's filmed in there, but like it's also the brand of Jay and Silent Bob.
Literally that. I know people were like, this is like a fine comic book store if you want to buy like the newest release of things, but you're not going to go look for like a Golden Age comic there.
Is there any comic book store that does that? Yeah,
because if on the show they present themselves as like, we got it all, but they're straight up like, you buy the book, you buy like your comic books as they release that. You don't buy like... Yeah,
I would have never assumed that would have been the case.
You're not buying Action Comics #1 there.
I don't think anyone is.
No, but I don't know another rare comic book, so...
I would never... I see what you're saying.
X-Men 1.
Like, there's like a wall of very expensive things you can purchase there.
It's the comic book store to go see a museum or to buy the book released last Tuesday or whatever day comic book. I don't see much... Well, I guess... I don't know. Depending on what the book is, if like whatever it was, when the first one, the Hulk's in or something's worth like $1 gajillion. I don't know if that's true. Maybe they do have like big stuff like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'd say not though, because why bother?
I feel like they had a wall of really valuable stuff.
Why bother even having that? Like that's not what people are coming for.
That's not.
It's literally coming for the two things. Like
that's what I'm saying. I thought it was weird that you would assume that because like obviously the money is the week, the month-to-month stuff.
I read like a review online once that was like,
oh, that's weird.
A couple that were like, this is like the tourist trap of comic book stores. Because I guess people aren't from their comic book stores like more, I don't know, but buy vinyl pops there for an insane price.
I hate vinyl pops.
They're vinyl pops now.
I saw that, yeah.
There's an episode about it.
Of
comic
book man? Oh, you watched the whole show, right? You've seen every episode?
No, I don't know. The show's not good.
Well, you just like the people involved, though.
Yeah, so on occasion I'll be like, if there's an episode that interests me, so like that one did. I'm like, because I really wanted to be like, they're gonna acknowledge they're on a TV show.
Oh,
and they like didn't. I don't know.
Oh,
they're
really?
just like, we're gonna be pops, and they're like, okay.
Interesting.
They weren't like, I don't know, because they never are like, we're super popular now that we're on TV. I don't know.
I mean, they kind of talk about Tell 'em to Dave.
Yeah, that doesn't count. They play characters on TV too. Also, Brian's not fat anymore.
No, well, we saw that.
No, he is like no, he's like just skinny now.
Oh, really?
There's just like Mike's fatter than him. I
think
wow. Like Brian just like
Mike got me a paper towel when my nose was running when we were on the show.
Brian Johnson's just like skinny again.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember when we saw him. When we were on the show.
I don't know the episode.
I don't either. You're the only one that's visible, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, which is probably for the best. You're the one that probably cares the most. I enjoyed them.
I'm the only one who probably saw the episode.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched the episode, so it's probably best that you're there.
But you know what's fun is we got to see how they filmed that bit. That bit on TV, 30 seconds maybe, super short. Yeah. They cut all of that. Like they played whatever they bought in the bit, now they cut that.
They did a couple takes where they redid it. The guy to come back in the room.
That's not on the TV show. Yeah, no, we saw definitely how fake that is.
Oh, it's definitely
they call it unscripted TV, which it is.
Right, yeah. They were every time that guy came in, they said new things.
Dialogue and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that going live.
Yeah, but what were we gonna say about it?
What was I gonna say about it? Pops are dumb.
Pops are dumb.
The Soulless Eyes. Except for a couple. A couple of them are pretty decent. There's like...
So this podcast not getting pops?
I don't think so. I don't think I have
pops
that...
of literally anything now.
I don't think I have that brand right now.
No, yeah. Are we trying to work on your brand explosion?
Probably. It'd be the best.
Like, you should put your logo on something weird. But like, we sell marshmallows.
Oh,
And
that's...
we
Oh, I see what you're
podcast.
saying. I see what you're saying.
Like, I don't know. Just like, get it in there somehow.
Maybe I make a bunch of skulls and put fake money in them.
Aha! Actually, I think it's real money.
Oh, is it really?
Got shredded money from like the treasury or
That
something.
seems illegal.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not that.
References to other shows. How fun.
Okay, so I think you gotta reach like. Do you want to reach like the kids? How big do you think your listener base is right now?
I don't know. 40 people?
40 people. Okay, so you're gonna want to get the kids.
Okay.
Like Coachella. So I think we gotta take the show to Coachella.
All right. What is with this Coachella meme that everyone keeps making fun of it?
What is? Oh, no one likes. Well, because it's racist. Because people dress up as Indians. I don't know. But we go to a music
Learning a
festival.
lot
Somewhere
right
where millennials go. And
They're
we
so
just
expensive.
bring a bunch of LSD. And on it is the logo. And we only give it to them. They listen to your back catalog.
Oh, if they can. If I have a list of trivia questions about things said on the show.
And then you get the LSD.
All right.
I think that's what millennials want.
I think
Or
you're
like
right.
fidget spinners with the name on it.
I don't want to. That seems like even more. Well, it's probably cheaper than buying a
bunch
stockpile of LSD
And then like
just
giving
hanging it away.
for
Yeah.
free. I don't know. Yeah, fidget spinners. Snapchat filter.
I hate Snapchat.
Buy a Snapchat filter
I
for
hate
a
it
day.
so much. Now that I've said that, Snapchat stock is obviously going to plummet,
But
but
kids like it.
no one likes it.
Kids love the Snapchat.
I know I'm like 40 years too late, but fuck, Instagram's awesome. What a service. Why even use Snapchat?
I mean, I like Instagram too, but
What a service.
it's fine. I mean, you don't use it right, but
How am I
you
supposed
just
to use
don't.
it?
Like, I've seen how you put, like, that's not how you do it.
What am I doing?
You're not
wrong?
getting the kids to listen to the show if you keep it up. This Instagram. I don't know, you just post, like, whenever.
Yeah,
You use it as Snapchat.
correct.
You can't do. Then put it on your story for Instagram.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know, because I don't like Instagram stories. Instagram stories are more like Snapchat, like, where you post, like, you thrown up in a toilet.
Yeah, you sent me one of those.
Like, Instagram of me?
You sent me one. Do you not remember this?
No one
The last Snapchat you sent me was throwing up and listening to the Pizza Party podcast, and I sent back. Well, sounds like the throwing up is the better part of the situation.
And
then you sent me back.
It was on a Thursday.
And then you sent me something completely incoherent. I don't even know if there was a vowel in the things you sent me. You sent me 3 words. I think it was all like J's and K's. I don't think there was a single vowel.
Yeah.
I could not make out what your response was.
Doing that. I just had to throw up too. Like, I wasn't like, I was out for like maybe third. Well, I had to go fast because I came from night class. So I was on a time crunch. And
throw
then
up.
mixed Gatorade with something because that's all she had. And then I'm like,
Who's
this
she?
isn't strong enough. So, yeah, no. So it was vomit. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. And then and then Instagram, you post like pictures of the sunset.
So Snapchat's for trash.
Snapchat for trash. Instagram.
I've never posted
stories.
trash on Instagram ever.
Instagram stories. But like yesterday, you posted like watching this VHS tape. You put that on your story or something.
Guess what? People liked it.
Okay. I'm gonna go on his Instagram right now, listeners, and we're gonna see if it's
I've
less
had-
than 11.
It's probably less than 11. I
Yeah,
don't think I follow
Well,
many
actually,
people.
Instagram doesn't matter anymore with the whole like 11 things it used to.
I don't think I
I don't
care.
want to get into that. But your listener base probably cares about Instagram. Yeah,
maybe.
you have 9 likes. Not me.
Wow.
I like it now. And the other one only had 5, and now I liked it, so 6, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I pretty much beaten Instagram, so because Rocky from Power Rangers liked one of my posts, I don't really give
On
a shit
Instagram?
anymore. Yeah, so I don't give a fuck anymore. Now that all can burn on fire.
I just want to, let's go on Kate Goslin's Twitter and look at her followers. You just want to. Actually,
fine.
I'm going to look because I don't know if she's still. Look, Kate Goslin.
She did. She did follow you. What's going on with her? You probably keep up.
I
Right?
know, and that's big news if you really care.
I sure do.
Please still follow. She follows me still. So John, I follow him on Instagram. It's fun. He posts when he DJs at Chili's. Not joking. He DJs. Let me look that up to
Is that why you
double-check.
have been propositioning Chili's at
No,
every
but I
evening
just
opportunity?
realized now that's a connection. Well, if you ever go to a Chili's in like Pennsylvania, wait, he DJ'd at Cinco de Mayo Yeah, the Chili's.
Whoa.
No, but he has custody of one of his kids.
Oh my God.
He has
He seems unstable.
custody of Hannah.
Okay.
And so Colin is the kid Kate sent to like an insane asylum.
Oh my God.
And he posted a picture of him, Colin, and Hannah on their birthday.
Whoa.
So maybe he has Colin. I don't know. The plot thickens.
Why is Hannah with him?
We don't know. And I love it. So it's...
That's pretty crazy.
juicy. I think Hannah was always like the one that was a little like away from the rest of the cult family.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why you would leave Kate Gosselin. I don't know.
I can think of a few reasons.
I don't know why you wouldn't want it to be your mom. I don't know. I don't know. But it's magical. I don't know. It's very, I don't know. And they like don't do the show anymore. I don't know. Like, did they do a birthday episode this year? I don't think they did. They always do a birthday episode.
Regardless if it's on the air or not?
Pretty much. I think they've only missed like 1 year since like that was like. But I don't know. Like what? Okay, what was the birthday this year too? This might have been. I think she said 13 was gonna be like the last one because like now they're teenagers.
They're 13 now.
They're 14.
Holy fuck!
So I want to know if she did a big 14th birthday or are they too old for that. Plus she only has 4 of the kids, 4 of the sextuplets.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look more into it later.
that's pretty
I
intense.
might look more into it later tonight, depending on.
Wow.
Thing.
Well, at least she follows you. Maybe you should DM her. Just be like, yo, what's
I've
going on?
DM'd her before.
Oh, have you really?
And she didn't respond. I think I was. I don't know who I was with. I think it was like on Mother's Day, and I was like, "Happy Mother's Day."
Whoa.
Or like happy birthday, or something like that.
Mere days ago?
No, a year ago.
Oh, okay.
I could do it again. I could be like, "Happy late Mother's Day."
Happy Monday.
Didn't respond. But my thing is like, if I DM her, she might unfollow me.
It's true.
And I, like,
you don't want to put attention to yourself.
I can't let that happen.
It's true.
She follows me.
Isn't it still your banner on Twitter?
Of course it is. If she doesn't follow me, it can't be my banner anymore.
It could be. You just have to edit it slightly.
And I have to like put it in my bio. Like Kate Gosselin used to follow me, but she doesn't anymore.
Why is that not in your bio now?
It should be because people get confused when that's my banner, so I'm gonna change it.
Yeah. How can they get confused?
Well, also my
It's very
bio
clear.
is proud mother of 6, so it's gonna be weird. And then like Kate Gosselin follows me, and people are like, oh wait, are you Kate? That's gonna confuse people because like I thought she had 8 kids. So I might have to change my bio completely. And I'm not joking. People are stupid on the
Really?
internet.
People get confused?
I don't think they would, but I'm worried they might.
Well, I think that's just you thinking low of your fan base.
I am thinking low live my family, but I have a brand on Twitter I have to uphold.
Oh, do you?
We can pull up the tweet. I had a popular tweet.
You did. You did have one popular tweet. I saw that.
The Mean Girls
it was your
account favorited it,
Whoa.
which isn't a big deal.
Didn't follow you.
Like some intern, like who cares of them? It's like it's like a brand following you.
Yeah, that's
Not
awesome.
it's worse than that because once that show closes, that Twitter account,
Oh, it's just not like the Mean Girls in general brand.
Why would they have a Twitter? They might.
Oh.
It's not like Tina Fey favorited it.
It's true. That's all that really
She
matters.
might have actually.
Did you add her for that? That probably doesn't matter though. You're not a verified account. She probably isn't seeing that shit.
No, I didn't add her. But no, yeah, Twitter. I have a good online presence.
Do you?
No, not really.
Active.
Better than yours, I think, on Instagram. My
I
Instagram's
just started using it like a month ago.
okay. That's on you. That's like, don't blame me.
I'm not blaming anyone. I don't know how to. Honestly, I don't understand how it works so that you get other people to follow you, but it just keeps happening. So I don't know.
Just follow people you know.
I do, but then also strangers as well.
Oh, I don't. Well, that's Instagram's weird.
I don't get it. I don't know how people find people. I don't know how that
Well,
happens.
there's like people you should follow sometimes pop up.
But like, I don't understand how you can become popular on it. It's so strange. Because like, there's no like retweeting thing, which makes sense. Because you don't want to be like, oh, this is great, and you go, oh, that's also great. I'll follow this person so I get more great stuff. So I found half these Kirby things.
Yeah, no,
It's Kirby accounts.
I don't know. Google it. Maybe get like a manager, a social media manager, who's like some 12-year-old kid. That's probably what it'd be. Like, find him on Craigslist. And he's like, you gotta post more pictures with oranges. Kids love oranges. And they probably
I think my
do.
best post on Instagram involved the dog, so that probably is.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. Animals.
It was the dog,
Animals.
and in the background was Power Rangers, so
Here's
it's
the
just,
idea.
it was everything at
Delete your
once.
Instagram, just make an Instagram for the dog.
I don't want to do that.
Be that kind of person.
I don't want to be that
Be
person.
that kind of person. But like make it
Don't.
funny. So like funny captions. Like on Snapchat, sometimes like I'll Snapchat the dog.
Yeah.
And I'll make it funny. Like I had one where I had a picture of the dog, like when he was younger.
Yeah.
And I just put it in front of him. And I just like filmed it and I go, look at what you've become. But like on my Snapchat, which I'll like take videos or like just pictures of the dog, and I'll just like I like created a story of him just being like very like a melancholy like dog full of ennui and depression.
Like all the time.
Always kind of looks sad.
He always looks sad.
And it's just funny to catch him in like certain moments.
Like yesterday, he was just walking around with his tail between his legs.
Yeah.
Just sad. And I don't know why.
Like, I don't know. He's just like an old dog.
He's super old.
Across the street today to go get him.
Oh no. How did that even happen?
I have no idea. He just disappeared, and then I randomly saw him. I'm like, oh no. And then a car was coming. I'm like, they better fucking stop. He's a tiny dog. They might not notice. And then they did.
Wow. It's a good thing you were here, because he would be dead.
Well, no, that car would have. He was already walking across the street.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't think I did anything. Honestly, if I did something good, I wouldn't have let him go across the street. No, it's just a good thing I like saw him.
Wow.
Yeah, enough.
I wonder how often he does that then.
It's gotta be every day. I bet it's an everyday occurrence.
Because I would never know. I let him out, and I don't look at him until I hear him bark at the door again.
That's one thing. That's put a camera on him. Maybe I don't think he does anything.
I don't think he does. I've watched him sometimes, like go upstairs, and he just like just stands still in the middle of the yard, just staring at things.
Well, now
and
he's like
back.
old, and that's exactly. He'll just stand. But like when he was young, he would just skip around. For a few minutes and come back.
Yeah. You just need a little bit of. You need some skip time.
Bark at some birds, try to kill something, and then just come back.
Typical dog stuff.
Yeah, nothing like just quickly like ADHD, like hopping around.
I want to see Grandma. She was like, I think Squirt has autism. I was like, oh, good lord, but he might.
Wait, our dog does have autism.
Like he's very uncomfortable in crowds. He doesn't like loud noises.
Right.
He doesn't like being touched.
Right.
There's a lot of similarities here.
He
might be
that?
Grandma. Mom's mom. The animal one.
That's not a horrible. I don't think dogs have autism. But
I don't think so either.
Okay, so there was this book. It's called All Cats Have Autism.
Interesting.
Buy it on Amazon. So, because when you think about it, all cats do have autism. And I think there's one about dogs, and it's like all dogs have ADD or something like that.
I think our dog has autism.
I think our dog might have autism. Pautism.
Autism. Sure does. Yeah, because it's a possibility.
So I'm going to declare this month of May as Autism Awareness. And I would like on. Do you have a website?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, Tom will make up autism.com. We will sell ribbons.
Those are so expensive.
Just buy like a $2 website.
That's more money than I have.
Okay, well then autism won't find a cure. Well, listeners, I've tried my best.
The autism awareness lives and dies at this moment.
Yeah, no, he probably does.
I mean, he's got a lot of human symptoms. I mean, I've never seen him do like math or something, so I don't know. But
that he can't. That even makes it more sense. Think about it. He's 14 years old. He's never talked.
It's so extreme.
He's not 14. How old is he?
He's about 13, 14, 12, somewhere there.
He's from 2006, so 11 or 12.
Oh, he's 11?
September of 06.
Okay.
September 13th, 2006. That's his birthday.
Wow.
No, he probably has puppy autism. Yeah, pautism. It makes it. Yeah, but not like Asperger's.
No, just regular old.
It's like
no, it's your run of the mill autism.
He has like bipolar, like something that makes people angry. Like he has like.
No, I think it's just the agitation of like, oh my god, there's a person here. Or like I can't. It's like it's a panic attack thing. Yeah. It's like a response. Like he constantly at all times. Like if there's an explosion, if like a gun goes off, because we live in the boonies.
Dogs hate that though.
Or like it thunders.
No dog like fireworks.
But he freaks out.
That's true.
Like to a level that's like kind of concerning.
That.
And like he doesn't handle strangers well. The seizures apparently come from him being white. I guess white dogs, especially in like that breed, is
dogs
I guess the white thing is like a weird inbred thing.
Also, yeah, exactly. He's a bred dog, so he's gonna have problems because we shop, don't adopt. That's our family's motto. But now adopt, don't shop. For autism awareness. Dogs need homes. Autistic dogs need homes. No, he definitely. Yeah, he's. Yeah. That ruins the dog for me. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, because I kind of like thinking just like he was just like a... Like, I don't know. I guess that's where his puppy depression comes from. Like, see, I just like that he was just like a dog full of ennui. I liked, like, I don't know, like, I created, like, the narrative of that in my head, and I'm gonna keep it going. I think it's funny.
He was all shivery yesterday. I went over to hang out with him. We were sitting on the floor watching SNL, and he was all shaky.
Also, I won't call it fur, because he straight up has hair.
He sure does.
He loses it a lot.
Oh, my bed's covered in it.
Yeah, I noticed.
Less so now that he's not been able to get up there because he's so old.
Probably last time I was truly with him was like January, and he's losing a lot more. Like, he's not like losing it like.
He's not bald.
He's like shedding. He sheds a lot more.
Well, because it's weather changing. That's why.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now it's warm. He just shed. He's less.
Like, he'll get nervous. He'll shed too.
He's a shaky dog.
He's a shaky dog. He's got asthma. He's got it all.
He just has like a fucked up nose.
But I mean. Yeah, maybe. Okay, this is just why you should adopt, don't shop, I guess, because you get a dog like that. I mean, also, like, it's our fault.
Why?
It always is, like, because we just probably should have been, like, trained him better.
I don't know.
Not about the asthma thing, just about, like...
People?
Because, you know, Jack Russell's always the TV dog.
True.
And those are always trained and stuff. We probably could have had him be, like, the dog from, like, Frasier, or Wishbone, or The Artist movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when people like, oh, get it, oh, it's silent, oh, give it every whatever.
Hey, that's a good movie.
Be like, hey, should that actor get best actor? And they're like, yeah, he should.
Why would he not? He was phenomenal.
Yeah. Was he phenomenal?
He was.
He's going to go places, right?
He's French.
Name a second movie he's done.
He's a big French guy. I don't know anything because I don't watch a lot of French movies.
It's tragic, but no, yeah, he's not in any other movies.
I'm going to close things to stop making noise.
Yeah.
Because that's annoying. Oh, it's only one thing. We got it way easy.
Do you think this picked up?
No, that gets picked up. The computer noises don't get picked up.
Okay, there's like a beep.
Yeah, it's just annoying for us.
Yeah. So as I said, I listened to last episode I was on, and I don't know how people could listen to that.
I don't know.
It's just very like there's definitely fun moments in it, but it's just me being like.
Well, that's on you. I always bring it. I'm delightful.
I know, that's true. You brought your A game. You did bring it, although I did write down certain things I wanted to
did you?
touch upon.
Not a big list.
Not a big list, and we've already gotten through two of the things.
What were the two?
Last episode and the Black for Loko.
Oh, okay.
Not a big list, just a short list. No. So 2 months ago, or a month ago, no, it's in March. So 2 months ago. Almost exactly, because it's the 14th. So I went to London, right?
Are you one of those people now?
Yeah, I'm really
counting down the days
now.
between.
Well, I don't know.
Since Ben.
I just like realized that now. I'm like boop boop boop.
I'm gonna ask her. Do you want to go back and go? I'd love to live there. Are you one of those people?
Yeah, it's a great. Probably for like 6 months you could live there and then just leave. Like if you have like a job there that's like on a time schedule, definitely live there. But you know, then pack up and no, I could probably live there.
Was it cold?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's actually probably warm because it was in March, so it's probably warmer.
Was it raining?
Than it was here. Not a little bit sometimes, not too bad. The last day was super windy and snowed, but that was fine because
you were out.
Yeah, it was just the morning really. Out and about.
What'd you do?
So I have stories, but I have one story that's compiled, 2 stories really, compiled into a personal essay form.
Oh, wow, okay.
That I might read to make this more of a classier podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because like classy podcast, you know, they have like David Sedaris reading essays.
I don't know what you're referencing.
It's American Life, it's like a radio show.
I've heard that. It's poop.
People give essays, and that's great. I listen to it. But I do have one story that I don't have written down, and it's weird, and I'm not going to make it good.
Okay.
So when I was in London,
try.
Not in London, but in Bath, which is near London. So go look that up in a map if you're at home, or don't, because it really doesn't matter. It's just another country. It doesn't matter like where this story is. No, but so we had time, and we were just walking, my friend and I, and he's like, "Oh, we should go into this college because maybe it's like." Fun and I don't know, and also we just there was never like we never planned doing anything, so we go in and walked into their essentially their student union, and they had like a ping pong table, and a guy asked him, "Hey, you want to play ping pong?" So they just did for a few minutes, talked about like superhero Avengers movies, I don't know. And they're like, oh, could we get them before they do? I guess, maybe.
Do we?
That was, maybe they.
I thought they were like worldwide, but maybe that's true.
Probably
Minus
like
China.
a week before, though. Nothing.
Yeah.
And then this lady goes, and foreign. And she was like, I need my. It's also like a. So at the college, it's like kind of a beauty school, kind of an aspect. So like
The one that you ended up just showing up at?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
also like that's like a department thing. She goes, I need, and she's like a middle-aged woman, and she's foreign, but like a weird, like not like something I could pinpoint.
What does that mean, foreign? You're in a foreign country.
Foreign or like enough that you'd be like, oh, you should be deported, kind of
God.
foreign. And she's like, I need more. I need to.
But you were foreign.
I need some credit. They don't know. They don't know.
What? Oh, you?
They don't know we're foreign at this point.
Oh, okay.
Anyone. It doesn't matter, but it gets brought up and it's confusing. And she's like, I need credits. Do you want to get free haircut so I can cut it and get credits for class? Because, like, beauty school. So he says, yes, my friend.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, he's going to get human trafficked. I can just tell. I know. I'm like, he's so
Okay.
going to get, I'm like, I got to go with him. And then I ended up
Getting human trafficked? Oh, no.
Because turned out it was an actual beauty school and not a human
Okay,
trafficking.
of course
ring.
it would
And I was
be.
like, I'm like, I don't know. In Europe, it's probably human trafficking. I'm just very nervous. Like, I don't know.
You're letting that movie Human Trafficking get to you.
I'm like, I don't know. In Europe. Also, like, neither of us are like prime human trafficking like
Candidates?
candidates. I'm like, I'm very confused. Like, why would they take us? This is weird.
They didn't take us, they took him.
No, because then they coerced me too. That much made me think it was more human trafficking. Because they weren't just like, we need one. They're like, yeah, for anyone who wants to come get human trafficked. No, it turned out they were just doing haircuts.
Yeah, of course they
And
were.
so
You're in a college.
I get a guy who has like weird hair and a lot of rings on. That doesn't matter. And I'm like, oh, so you go here? He goes, yeah, I'm a freshman. He's 16 years old.
Wow.
I thought he was 18.
Their schooling's a bit
I
different.
know,
They're in like
very
college for longer.
confusing because he seemed much older, and I was like, "I'm from America." He's like, "Wow, give me an okay haircut," but I like can't be upset because he was like 16.
Yeah.
And then it was free, and then we were late for the train because we got haircuts. It was just a weird thing, like just happened to walk in.
That's a weird
and
thing
get
to
free
have.
haircut. I was like, I don't know, like it's just how often does that happen?
Not often.
It's a more interesting story if you were there.
Sure sounds
I
like
think
it.
is what I'm going to say. And I should respond to him. No, but I do have two kind of boring things, but I turn them. I'm gonna read.
Oh, okay. Go
So
ahead.
it's sort of two separate things, but
Also, just so you know, I got a follower on Instagram while we were talking, so suck it.
are we live streaming?
No.
We should live stream.
Probably, maybe. We'll see.
Don't live stream. Like on Twitch.
Probably. Well, some streaming service. Probably both, actually. Or at least all of them.
What's both?
Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube are the three that I'm aware of.
Okay.
And there's a way
Or
you can
just
do all
like
of
turn
them
into a
once.
radio show. Get a little like
Soundboard?
no like like a transistor like a radio that will only like play in like this percentage. It's illegal to do, but
Oh, like a pirate radio station?
yeah,
Yeah.
you should make your thing. No one would. The cops are never coming down here. No one's listening to the radio unless they like drive by quickly and they hear your voice.
Oh, you mean like just have it do like
Well,
like
because
a
if you
5...
had one, that's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Hal decides to like take his old college radio show because he finds a thing in his
I
garage.
think I've seen
And he
this
like
one.
plays music and like just yelled about the system, but he like makes it only like local government, so he just complains about why there's a stop sign somewhere, and then the cop like catch him, but like by accident. I don't know. It was a funny episode.
I wonder how much trouble I would get in, because like who the fuck cares with the radio these days?
No, it's illegal if like the FCC like fines you, because yeah.
But like, what is the charge? Just like a fine or like a slap on the
It's
wrist?
probably a lot of money. That being said, it also probably depends how big. And like, guess what? You could easily be like, I didn't know.
Oh, true.
Because no one does probably. That you'd be like, I didn't even know this was recording. Like, I just thought I was playing around. I thought, like, oh, this doesn't go on the internet. Just be like,
Wasn't it so stupid that the FCC cares about the radio, but like I can just put this garbage on the internet?
Yeah, no, I literally took a class where that was like a question on my final.
Oh, weird.
But there's reasons why.
I mean, obviously anyone can hear
Because
stumble upon a radio.
airwaves are much easier to like pollute than like the internet. There's no space.
It's already polluted.
There's no space on the internet though. Like you'll never be like we're out of internet.
Oh, I guess that's true.
You will run out of
The internet's gone.
The radio. I don't even know how radios work, but you will run out of that. Same as
Well, the
TV.
FCC is about to take away all of net neutrality, so we'll run out of internet very soon. Be great.
That's true, but that's not what this is about.
Nope.
This is about the time I drink tea in London.
Oh, wow.
There's two.
How cultured of you.
You can also just edit these out if you don't like them.
I'll let them go.
Do you ever edit the show?
Yeah.
To listen to my episode. Or just raw. Or just like better.
But if I edited your episode, there would be nothing left. Got him.
That hurts my feelings.
You were saying?
You have to put on like an affect in the voice so you know it's me reciting.
Oh, okay.
There's no title to this, by the way. Like, so I should... Some background.
Oh, you really fucking wrote something.
I had to compile this into like my final for a class.
Oh, okay.
And so I tied things back into books and stuff. I shouldn't have done this as a final for an English class about like Victorian London, because I went to London.
Mhm.
But like it was like, do whatever you want for a final, and I don't know. And she's like, do a personal essay, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, you can make it about whatever you want. Like, she's like, whatever topic you want, like maybe food. I'm like, I'll just do that. So I just did food. I don't know. It's fine.
All right.
And then this is edited, and I essentially wrote something I liked, and then I had to go back and like make it
All right.
bad. But this is just like too quick. The second one's much better than the first. So
Okay.
London has. Oh god, I didn't spell check this. London has a plethora of little coffee and tea shops and bakeries all throughout the city. They are literally everywhere. One of odd note, however, is the one in St. Paul's Cathedral. Now, a cafe might not be the most surprising thing you'd find belonging to a big church. Jesus needs to pay his bills, and incense isn't cheap. What is a little odd is where this cafe was built. The cafe is located underground, right next to the crypt of the cathedral. Who doesn't want to enjoy a scone with death? That whole cathedral is filled with death. I mean, Charles and Diana's marriage was dead when it started there. It's a very niche joke.
Oh my god.
But England loves tea so much, they don't just have little shops underneath a tabernacle, but they have giant fancy restaurants devoted to the liquid. So back in the Victorian era in the 1840s, the elites figured they had so much money and free time, they might as well spend it on a second meal in the afternoon that consists mostly of sugar and manners. So they created the afternoon tea. It must be so difficult to own both India and Australia with only 3 meals in your stomach, so I'm sure putting cakes and plant water in your mouth helped. Supposedly afternoon tea in England is still like a thing they do every day. Or at least it's a thing they pretend like they do with advertisements to tourists. Maybe the Queen drinks tea every day with Mary Poppins and Peter Rabbit.
Oh my god.
But it doesn't seem like most people are able to just carve an entire hour out of the middle of their work day to eat pastries and develop diabetes.
Oh my god.
There's just so much a tea requires of you to do. It's more of a game of how many steps can you add to sitting at a table. I suppose back in the Victorian era there was nothing better to do than create rules of how to pour tea and put sandwiches on plates. If you don't have television, I'm sure figuring out how many spoons you can use in one meal is really exhilarating. What else were they going to do? Solve a rampant poverty problem or not be racist? Please, if they did that, how would they find time to wear big hats and wait for their tea to brew? Now, I'm not sure if tea rooms in the 21st century are really tourist traps, but all I'm saying is that what the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company is to America, I feel like tea rooms are to England. Only it's Europe, so it's classier and no one's doing bumps of coke off an old Motel 8 keycard in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Now, I went to afternoon tea in Bath at a place called the Pump Room, located conveniently less than 500 feet from a Starbucks. The Pump Room, which sounds like it should be a gay club but somehow is even gayer, is absolutely gorgeous, with chandeliers and a string quartet playing. The main attraction for me, however, was the ceiling. The ceiling was so high, and I really feel like there was no reason for it to be. But if a giraffe standing on top of another giraffe while wearing a very big top hat ever wants a crumpet, they know where to go. At tea, there will be sandwiches. Now, sandwiches aren't the classiest of foods, but I guess when it's small and in the shape of a rectangle with a toothpick in it, something magical happens. Still, at the end of the day, no matter how classy you want it to be, a cucumber and butter sandwich is still white trash. Now, the menu at the afternoon tea is, as one would imagine, includes a wide assortment of teas. None of which will Lipton or the Sleepy Time tea with the bear on the box, so these didn't really have the good stuff. When you get your tea, it's delivered in a little pot, and you might think you can just pour it right into your cup, right? Oh no, you're supposed to wait for the tea leaves to better infuse with the water and properly steep. Why don't they just bring out the tea when it's actually ready? I don't know, but I damn well know the Sleepy Time bear wouldn't make me wait like that. And then...
That's a straight-up roast of the English people.
And then if we want to be classy like this American Life, you have a little musical interlude here, and it's like...
I don't know, that's straight up a roast of all of England.
Yeah.
Just you making fun of England.
Got an A in the class somehow, by the way.
That's amazing.
Because she did. This next one, I don't want to say what the topic is.
Okay.
Just because this may be the greatest thing I've ever written.
Okay.
What I'm about to say. And that's not true, but... it's really short, so. There's safety in knowing exactly what you're going to get food-wise every time. That's why I think McDonald's should be prescribed to manic depressants who don't like change or new things. Don't worry if you're getting a divorce and everything in your life is in chaos and changing. Let McDonald's be the one constant in your life. McDonald's will never change. McDonald's can't ever leave you. I suppose no one told London McDonald's of this rule, however. It's remarkable how different it is. Okay, it's essentially the same if you don't go that often, but as someone who knows the entire combo menu in order by memory, it all felt very off-putting. The one upside, though, is that in London they removed the only problem of going to a McDonald's. Other than the fact that it's a McDonald's. They let you order and pay using a touchscreen. You never have to talk to the minimum wage employees. I feel sad when I talk to them. Both of us think we're better than McDonald's, but here we both are anyways. I suppose it's a bad sign that robots are taking jobs away from decent, hard-working, recovering drug addicts and former prostitutes, but they could always get a job on the streets as drug addicts or prostitutes. They have the experience, only now they smell like french fries, so business for them should really boom. The menu at London McDonald's is almost the same, but it's the little things like the chicken nugget numbering being off that pisses me off. What, do the British get insulted by 10 chicken nuggets and find 9 to be less triggering? Is it for health reasons? Is removing one chicken nugget really going to cure obesity? Don't you think Michelle Obama would have tried that in America if it were true? In terms of food the states don't have, there is one very noticeable addition, however. Mozzarella sticks. Or as they so eloquently call them in the UK, mozzarella dippers. But what exactly are you supposed to dip them in? Well, thankfully they come with a little packet of salsa. Yes, not marinara sauce, but that tomato-based sauce used on tacos and other livelier foods than typical McDonald's fare. At first I was confused and thought McDonald's were idiots for selling such a product this way. Soon though I came to the realization that I got mozzarella sticks from a McDonald's, so really, who's the idiot? You know, if going to an American restaurant with a Scottish name, getting an Italian food and dipping it in a Mexican sauce doesn't prove London to be an international city, I just don't know what will.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another deep roast.
That's just more of a love letter to McDonald's.
It's true. That definitely started as an ad to McDonald's for a second there.
Yeah. No, I support, go to McDonald's. Support small business.
Oh my god.
No, but in my actual essay, I then compared Victorian London and McDonald's.
But were those two separate paragraphs that were of the same essay?
There were two different sections. Those weren't, yeah.
But they were ultimately the same production.
Yeah, they were in the same 7-page or whatever it ended up. But in the end, I wrote the ending and I wrote essentially, like I said, those things, things that I'd just wanted to write, and then like I shoehorned some like because he had to like mention books and stuff, and so at the end of my essay I decide, you know what, because you also have to like tie it back to Victorian London, or like that's what like my thing, like my prompt kind of became.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, fine, I'm gonna claim McDonald's to be the modern day representation of Victorian London.
Interesting.
And it worked, kind of.
That's pretty amazing. You just, for 7 pages, roasted the English people. It's pretty impressive.
More or less, I guess. Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, it was great. It was good. Also, tea rooms aren't, like, touristy traps. I just wanted to write about bubblegum.
Oh.
Not to, like...
Is tea actually, like, a big deal over there?
No.
Oh, no?
Not to that. That is, like, it's for tourists, I feel, like they advertised. I mean, like, tea's a drink, but tea's a meal, not really.
Oh, okay.
At least from what I could see. I guess I was never there on, like, a Sunday afternoon.
How was the,
I kind of was, but still.
How was the TV over there?
Didn't watch that much, but I did watch is Comedy Central UK.
Interesting.
Which plays Impractical Jokers, but like the American ones. And then they played, like a lip sync show, but Tom Holland was on it.
Oh, wow.
And since I follow a Tom Holland fan Instagram page, post like 18 times a day. It's too much. It's like too much. They like will show clips from his episode. I'm like, that's funny. He did it with Zendaya.
Oh.
Yeah,
like
no, I only watched
movie.
TV like one time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have like too much time, or whatever. Like I did though.
What did you do there? Like, what was the purpose of you being there?
Just like a good time, you know. Went to like the sites,
The sights.
you know, all that stuff.
Did you see the castle? Did you touch the queen?
No. Okay, so I was like, oh, so like it's a castle. So they're like the castle in Disneyland, and like you can meet the queen like Mickey Mouse. Like they're meeting 3 times. They were not. I don't like Buckingham Palace is kind of not that great of a castle.
Oh, yeah?
Cinderella's castle is kind of more impressive. It's more
Sounds
ornate. Then again, like this castle's made super long time ago.
So it's boring.
But also, I was day drinking that day when we went to the castle. So like, I don't know.
That's right. The drinking age is 18 over there.
I had a
isn't
fine time. Yeah.
it? Something like that. Maybe it's 20. I forget.
You can just
But
buy it at your Tesco's if you want to.
Tesco's.
That's like a grocery store.
Oh, okay.
I was watching a YouTube video and they said Tesco recently. I'm like, I know what that is.
I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You just stayed in the city.
Mostly, except for that one time went to Bath.
Did you see any cool indie bands that you can be better than other people for seeing?
No, went to and this is like an embarrassing thing to say, but I guess I'll say it. Went to like a bar that was like a ball pit also.
It's awesome. Probably
it
gross,
awesome?
but pretty cool.
No, they like, I don't know. Don't think about it. I guess it's like when you're laying down in it, just don't think about it. Very expensive drink that, and I don't buy things. You get people to, you gotta schmooze.
Oh yeah, of course.
You gotta schmooze.
Of course you do.
And then there's just pubs on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
That all
Makes
kind
sense.
of were the same.
Mm-hmm.
In that essay, I wrote about how like Charles Dickens believed in drinking in moderation back in Victorian London. Modern day London doesn't seem to know what the word drinking in moderation is. Which seems true, but that just might have been how I viewed it. I don't know. Because you could probably go there and just like, enjoy yourself, eat some meat pies and not
get hammered.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you want to do it right, you can, went to a play, went to see Amadeus at the National Theatre.
Did you see whatever that Harry Potter thing is everyone loves so much?
Saw the marquee. That was fun, actually, getting to see certain, like, saw Mousetrap. Not, like, the play, but just, like, seeing the front of the theatre is enough for me.
Okay.
Because I'm not made of money.
Sounds sad.
But just being, like, it's a little bit, like musicals, they aren't really a thing.
Oh.
It's pretty much just what's ever successful here.
Okay.
So it's nothing like Motown's so big there. It's so weird. Music, it's so weird. But it's sort of like plays are bigger there. So it's kind of a reverse of America.
Okay.
Some musicals aren't like a little too touristy trappy.
Yeah.
Versus like the plays here are like not successful.
Yeah.
But literally it was just like Mamma Mia, Wicked. I think Aladdin, like just stupid stuff. Matilda is still playing there, but that's a British show.
Oh.
Well, Australian composer, but I think it started in the West End. So I guess that counts. No, yeah. I did see the Marquee for Cursed Child, and I don't think you could have gone. I think it's been like sold out for years. I don't like Harry Potter.
Nor do
so
I.
I don't.
I don't know,
If someone gave me a free ticket, I don't know if I'd go to it. I might be like, give it to someone who cares.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Yeah, no. But like went to like museums, I guess.
That's interesting. Was there cool old shit there?
Yeah, everything that's
From all
very old. Like, we get impressed in this country when something like from the Civil War or something.
Yeah.
Things are from like 200 BC, not like that old, but like things
The
are
oldest
like
shit, yeah. It's been around for so much longer.
1400. Like, they have a theater there. I can't think of it. Something stupid was 42nd Street was playing that at the time, but that was the theater the producers were in. So I'm like, it's like the oldest theater. Like Charles Dickens performed there.
Oh, whack!
Like, it's very like everything there is very, very old. Like, things are just from the 1400s, willy nilly.
That's crazy.
Like, just
that's so old.
Like literally just everything that.
I wouldn't be able to fathom
It's a
that.
weird city where I would describe
country.
it as a mixture of DC, because it's the capital, it's spread out, and it's very like governmenty. New York City, because big city, and then I would say kind of like a Boston-y, where it's sort of like old and like historic, because Boston seems to care more about like historic sites.
Yeah, Boston has a lot of like stone roads and shit.
And then I would say, and then a little bit of LA, because like entertainment industries, because like they film stuff there.
Oh right, yeah.
And that's weird.
It's pretty much just everything that's done over there,
Yeah,
right?
that's weird. Like Doctor Who's filmed in that city.
Oh,
which
weird.
is weird. Like it all is though. Like, right?
I would assume.
I didn't look that up, so right into the show if that's wrong.
I mean,
No, it's a hodgepodge of a lot of things. It's
interesting. How big are the buildings?
Some are pretty big. It's spread out. It's like, that's the thing. It's like New York City in terms of what it has, but it's a much more spread out city. It's very things aren't really on top of each other the way they are. And,
I guess they have more space.
Subways are much easier to use. The tubes, I'm very fancy. They are much nicer, and they're just easier to figure out than like a New York subway. Not that New York subway is confusing, but I shouldn't be like in London.
No, it's not that bad.
In London, it's not. It's like the learning curve for London is, I don't know, it's easier. I don't know.
I almost got lost when I went to the city by myself, but I figured it out.
I get lost constantly.
I'm a big boy.
I get lost constantly with people. I don't know.
I was just like,
There's that John Mulaney joke, like,
Oh.
the streets are numbered. That means nothing to me.
I feel like you have to know where you are for that to make sense.
Even with like streets are numbered, like, yeah, sure, but like Kevin McAllister was 9 or 10 or whatever.
Well, some of the streets aren't numbered. Like I went to see that concert in the city. It was on Ballery Ave or something.
Yeah, most streets.
That's
are
not a
numbered.
number.
Most streets are numbered though.
I just knew I happened to look it up and I knew on the map it was downtown.
Yeah.
So I knew which direction to head in.
Yeah, no, it's not too complicated. Like, I went to the Central Park Zoo.
It still wasn't even on that street. It was on a side street.
Yeah, I went to the Central Park Zoo recently, and that wasn't like.
I saw that. You were in a turtle.
I loved the Central Park Zoo. That might be my favorite zoo in the world.
How many
my
zoos have you
favorite
been
place
to?
in the world.
How many zoos have you been to?
Like 3. The Bronx Zoo, the Utica Zoo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember where that zoo was.
In Utica.
Yeah.
Or was it Ithaca?
No, it's
I don't
Utica.
know.
I'm pretty sure it's Utica.
I think the Utica Zoo.
Doesn't
There's
really
another
matter.
zoo nearby too. Not that Utica's super close by, but it is.
Is there? There's like
I
petting
think
zoos
near
and shit.
Utica also, like it's near that away.
There used to be one when I was younger. It was like a petting zoo that
There's
was around
one in
here.
like Amsterdam.
Zoo?
A little, I think so. I think it's like a drive-through zoo. Just because of one time
Like a real one? With
driving to God knows where. I want to say like, I don't know. Like drove
like
by
with
it.
giraffes?
I think so.
The fuck are giraffes,
I'm
by
gonna
the
have
way?
to Google it.
Giraffes are
What-
whack.
Giraffes are a little whack.
Like they're these giant yellow creatures.
Yeah, is that what the show is now? Like you're just like giraffes.
I don't know. I've been thinking about giraffes a lot lately. They're just whack.
That makes sense.
They're just really. They have really big necks. They're yellow. They look little
Do you ever see like them
dingly
give
bits.
birth?
They just
They
fall
just
right out.
drop their
They just drop it
kids,
out. They're
those
like
kids.
aliens. Could you imagine if we'd never discovered Africa, the fucking bewilderment we would have as a society discovering giraffes and elephants?
Really? Maybe me more woke. Discovered Africa, listeners. Yikes. There were people already there, Tom.
Yeah, but we didn't know that.
We?
You and I.
I don't care. I'm tired.
Like, that'd be crazy. Giraffes are so weird looking.
Oh, there was one other aspect I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's not interesting for the show, but I just kind of want your opinion on it, and I guess you can edit it. So I'll explain to the listeners about the filthiest thing ever put on stage, but it wasn't that filthy.
Oh, your thing?
So at my school, we did at my college 3 weeks ago, Cinco de Mayo was the day. So the 5th, Saturday. We did a 24-hour show, like a little play that was started writing at 7 p.m. the day before, finished hypothetically at 7 a.m. and then rehearsal for the acting go from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This show, the plot was about a women's prison.
It was pretty funny.
With a sadistic prison guard who like sexually abused them, and all of this is played for laughs.
Sure works.
It was I shouldn't say this, right? Because hashtag 2018.
But
I don't know. I played one of the prisoners.
It's true, you did.
As a woman. Possibly up to interpretation. But I won't say. We had original names. I shouldn't say it, so I won't.
Wait, what do you mean?
The original names I had for the prisoner.
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess not, right?
You can because it got changed, but...
It did get changed. We censored ourselves before we said it. But the original name... I'll explain it. I was like a trashy prisoner who like sold cigarettes and like tried to like... just wanted to make some money, would just like prostitute herself. And since I'm a man...
Yeah.
And I look like a man.
Sure do.
And my costume, by the way, was I just wore a blue sequin dress, but since it didn't fit me, I just wore it as a skirt. I put on the prison shirt we had, that's just black and white stripes, a clip-on earring, pirate earring, and we only had one. My makeup, I actually painted my nails for this role.
I noticed that.
I had 1 million cigarettes in my hand. I didn't do my hair, I just gelled it back. I don't even know if I might have probably gelled it back or something.
You had fishnet stockings on?
I had fishnet stockings on, high heels that didn't fit me but worked. My boobs were balloons.
Oh, okay.
I had just 2 balloons under my undershirt because it took 12 hours to like get the show, so it was all very last minute. I had caution tape tied around my waist.
I noticed that too.
Very trashy woman. Now the original name, it was Tammy the Tranny.
Yeah.
Not appropriate. It was clearly changed. But what everyone else wanted to change it to, and I disagreed, was Trammy.
Trammy.
Hey,
just combine the two.
Just combine the two.
Not change it. Not make it. Not make it a little more
like,
PC.
That's okay. And then I was like, no. So Coco is what we went with.
Coco's far better.
Kind of a running gag with my one friend. I'm like, you're gonna be a weird grandma that goes by like Coco, and they're just gonna play Coco instead of like grandma. They're gonna play Coco.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more weirder than like grandparents who go by like weird names.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone goes by Coco, but
she would.
Some would. So now we went to Coco, and I played it as a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How else would you?
So I think honestly, this show was very transgressive.
Transgressive?
No, I think it was very. A man played a woman. We made commentary about how.
Race relations.
African Americans are more likely to get longer prison sentences.
That joke was pretty funny.
That joke that was a bad joke because the rest of the show is just about like the warden fucking his guard or like his daughter. It's just like whatever.
Not fucking his daughter, just about his daughter.
Maybe fucking his daughter too.
Yeah,
With like some subtext. It's all whatever's in your imagination.
True. It's open to the viewer.
It was. It
says so much more about you watching it than the people on stage.
I'll just say, the opening line of the show was "Hello, sluts."
I thought that was pretty funny.
Like it was that kind of a show. We never said fuck. That was sort of like the thing. Like I would argue, kept it kind of clean.
Sure did.
We never said fuck, but boy did we make a lot of vagina jokes.
Well, that's a women's prison.
Could have had more. Should have had bloody tampons all over the stage.
What do they call them? Blood squirters?
Blood drippers.
Blood drippers. That's
so the warden refers to the inmates as blood drippers.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Whose joke was that?
I don't even remember.
Oh, that was so funny. That came out of nowhere. I was like, Jesus.
So the warden was called Daddy Warden.
Yep.
So the inmates and the other guard called him Daddy.
That's funny.
Daddy Warden. I don't know. Did we have something to say? I'm gonna say no.
I think that makes it better. Just kind of
There's
stops.
a bit where the black inmate has to swap with the white woman, and we just pretend like no one noticed.
Well, everyone notices but the warden.
That's true, actually.
It's just
You're
him
right.
being an idiot.
He doesn't.
You just make him an idiot.
He dies of a broken heart. Really, that's the truth. There's a love story between him and
Bottoms.
Officer Bottoms. I don't know. Like I said, these names. One of the inmates, the lesbian. So we had the three types of prisoners you could have: the Reformed Christian, the lesbian, and the black one. Mm-hmm. The lesbian was.
You watch Orange is the New Black?
Well, that was kind of the idea we were going with because, like.
So you'd know best.
Kind of. So we had Muff was the lesbian. Mm-hmm. You know that. Tasteful. Bambi was the Christian, and
that was
her
hilarious.
original line, which got changed, is she was gonna be like, "I'm now a Christian, and my mouth is for preaching, not blowing."
Oh, what'd they change it to?
Something stupid because she didn't want to say it.
Really?
That's
what she crawled the line. Drew the line.
I don't know. She didn't want us to say naughty lesbian. There's a point where the warden's like, "Oh, you naughty lesbian," and like, yeah, the paddle the whole show.
It says slut on it.
It's slut, like a BDSM kind of paddle.
Where'd you just get that? Did someone just have it?
That was his because of the Secret Santa gift.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, so it's like it was his.
Yeah, that's funny.
Good thing he kept it at school. And didn't like just throw it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like nice leather.
Wow.
But no, it's it was a pretty messed up show, but
It's done in 24 hours. Bunch of kids.
yeah, bunch of kids.
Lunatics running the asylum. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, thank God. Like,
Especially if you guys are getting delirious, like as you're trying to come up with it. I can imagine.
I drank the whole
gonna
before
spiral
I
out.
went on the show. If you watch, because I watched it back today.
Yeah, it's on YouTube now.
Because we filmed it poorly. I screw up all the time, and
You do flub quite a bit.
Laugh. And because I just refer to myself as Coco. I'm just like Coke. I have like cigarettes, like losing them. I can't walk in those heels. Well, I kind of got kind of good at it by the end. It wasn't like all day. It's.
You steal lines from Moral Oral?
We stole one line.
Word for word.
And this is why we stole it. It's because that scene didn't
Have a
have
punchline.
an ending. Of the day of, and we're like, blah, 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 blah. But like, give it to her, make it something Christian-y, and I was like, I'm gonna steal this.
No one else probably knew.
No one would ever know. I'm shocked you knew, to be honest. I don't know if that's the line for line, though.
It's pretty close.
It's very similar with what it is, so. It's enough that, one would notice.
Yeah.
If, the creator was in the audience, he would.
He'd be like, hey, wait a minute.
He would be like, this show
These
that
fucking
had
kids.
free admission, I'm gonna sue them. I think it's
And it's
definitely
practically
a show
all improvised.
that we will. It shouldn't have been though, but they screwed up lines, so it sounded improvised, which I think it's a good enough show that I think it will become a short film.
Definitely
and it will be put up on some subscription porn website, because I think if we film it, we're gonna go full on.
When the one character pulls things out of her pants, that's supposed to be implied that she keeps it in her hoo-ha?
She keeps blueprints to how to kill someone and a shank made out of a toothbrush in her vagina.
Okay.
The original script, she was gonna pull out like a rat and like apples and just.
I thought it was pretty funny that she then takes it out and puts it in her pocket. And I was like, she has fucking pockets. Why would you have
That's a
pockets?
good point.
Which is a good touch. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, there was a lot more vagina jokes. Originally, Coco's lines were only about the vagina, so we weren't like allowed to say vagina. Well, no, because it's not like we weren't allowed to, but like we didn't want to. So Coco refers to her vagina as her down under. So she smuggles cigarettes in her down under.
Of course. Where else would she hide it?
And Coco, as a prisoner, was never explained. It's possible she was born into the prison, and
immortal.
She is immortal. It's not explained. So Coco dies at one point and then just comes back because we needed an ending.
I don't think anyone's looking for intense continuity here.
Yeah, no. I definitely think it could be a maybe a full movie.
Probably.
I bet like Skinamax would.
I don't know why you keep trying to tell us the porn sites. I think this could just work anywhere.
No, I think commit to it being pornography.
Nothing pornography.
It'd be really messed up. I don't know who'd want it.
Nothing pornographic happened.
I want my pornography with comedy, and
I mean, hey, maybe that's
nothing
a new.
pornographic did happen, but we could change it. It'd be a weird. It'd be a gay porn, but it'd be for both lesbians and men. So
It's just inclusive.
it's something to, you could bring the whole family to it. There's something for everyone. That's what I think about it. There's something for probably everyone if we were to turn this into pornography.
I don't know. I would. I feel like it worked fine as it was.
Won't. Also, this probably won't ever be anything more than it was.
There's bits in there you could take though.
Oh yeah, there's bits I've taken from other things and I've put into that.
Oh, okay.
There's like lines I'll think of things and be like, I want to use that for something. I'll either write it down or just remember it. Which is like the reason Bambi, we made the one girl a Christian, was just because I had some jokes that fit in.
I like the 2-eye joke. That was good.
I didn't come up with that and I hate that.
I hate that it was good.
I love that. That's my favorite joke in the whole show. But like last year's 24-hour show, I wrote for it, and I was in it too, actually. And we had a very conservative Christian character, and there was one line that got audible groans, and I disagree with that. So it was a PTA, so we did a bunch of like parent tropes, kind of.
Okay.
And so there's like the super Christian mom, and then we did
Played by the same woman.
no,
Oh.
and then we did a gay dad.
Okay.
That was his. By the way, that was his character. He was gay.
He had 20 minutes.
He was gay and an idiot.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
That was it.
No time to fill the
I
nuance.
guess the joke was he was dumb. Not that he was gay, but yeah, the joke was he was flamboyant. That was the joke. I'll admit it. He was played by me, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that. That was the joke. The joke. I gave him a pencil mustache last minute. He wore a woman's black. It was honestly that was more offensive than what we did this year. But no, there's a joke where the Christian mother talking to him, and she goes, "If God hated the gays, he would have sent a plague to kill them years ago." Oh wait, didn't get people groaned. I guess everyone in the audience mother has AIDS. I don't know. And then there was another joke where they're doing a competition because like PTA like have petitions to like get things.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, who can get the most signatures for these 3 petitions? And the first one is Bill Clinton did nothing wrong. Bill O'Reilly did nothing wrong, and then Bill Cosby did nothing wrong.
I see.
Once again, audible groan. People aren't liking what I'm presenting.
You're just a little too edgy.
A little
you
too
live on
edgy.
the edge. You just live on the edge.
Last year's show, we made fun of one of the
You were a thinking man's comedian.
one of the workers in the dining hall, and just played her as someone with like she was like walking into walls and like. We played her very meanly because she is a little out there. But we're like, okay, what if you just straight up committed to her like having brain damage?
Oh boy!
So she had a toaster she was swinging. It was competition based, the plot, and she won at the end. So
okay.
happy ending.
Happy.
It was weird show. The
Sounds
other
way
characters were Regina George's mom from Mean Girls, essentially.
Okay.
An alcoholic hungover dad that ends up with her at the end. The PTA president, who is sort of like strict, I guess. Like a working mother, pretty much the mom from Rugrats, Charlotte from Rugrats.
Okay.
And then the gay dad, whose character was gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys refined your craft a little bit in this next one.
Yeah. No, I think. The video of that one's also on YouTube, but that one's more like in jokes of the school or like whatever. It was much longer, like 40 minutes.
Oh,
Jesus. To this year we made like 20 minutes. It was not. It's supposed to be like 30 minutes maybe. There's no like requirement. It's free.
I would say 20 minutes is max.
I would go 30.
I don't think you guys needed another 10.
I think 20 minutes is too short.
No,
for what we did, I think it was.
That was a perfect length.
Yeah, no, it was I'd say you should link it into the show, but maybe not.
I can.
You could if you want.
I mean, it's not the best recording.
No one's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad recording, and also I don't know if I want that out there. Yeah, no. Although that day is just being on everyone's Snapchat from the show.
Oh, you were?
I noticed the next morning, and I was like, someone filmed not the show, but just every scene I was in.
Oh, wow.
And I was on many people's Snapchat stories, and I
So you're incredibly popular?
think our Snapchat stories expire.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying, because I wasn't... I stand by my performance. I think it was good.
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah. No, at the end of the day, that's what we're going.
You guys maybe got offensive, but that's
there was
funny.
Some shock value.
Yeah, it's funny. It can still be funny.
Coco wasn't offensive.
No.
Well, maybe offensive to prisoners. I think we should have had a talk back at the end.
The only thing that was potentially, it's you playing it too. It's just silly.
Yeah, it was silly. It was
silly.
I think we should have had a talk back at the end about the prison system, I think, and how it needs to be reformed. I think we should have got the school involved. The criminal justice department could come.
I think you guys did exactly what you needed to.
Gay straight alliance, because lesbian represent. Although the girl that played the lesbian is a lesbian, I guess. Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm hoping we get a GLAAD award. That's the idea, because boy, did we have a lot of We did better than Love Simon, I think.
I'm trying to think. I was going to say transparent.
I was also going to say transparent. But once again, I played a woman. I didn't play a transgendered woman. Or
yeah.
I did. It's a 20-minute sketch. No one cares. I don't. But if you do watch it on YouTube, it's called Welcome Daddy's Daughter. It's a great title. A working title, but I guess
it worked.
I guess it's the final now. If you do have complaints to the show, about the show, just email me at yourbrainontom at gmail. He will respond to those accordingly.
Oh no, I'm stuck with it.
Yeah, so if you're like, I'm offended by...
You should have said Eddie's email. That's what you should have
I don't know his email.
Because then he directed?
He directed, but
what does that mean?
I could have said no.
Yeah.
Everything I did was my idea to do.
Oh, okay.
More or less. Because all those lines... I said I was always yelled at for not getting them exactly. But they're like this. But I wrote those lines. My argument is if they weren't perfect, that's just the writer writing more. But so in the play that we did last week, I don't want to ruin it, but Coco does die. Mm-hmm. And right before she dies, her last lines are, "I never got my Bill Cosby settlement money."
That's funny.
Which is funny. Once again,
topical.
Audience didn't enjoy it. But he was just found guilty, so I feel like I'm not
no, I mean,
being good job, Bill Cosby. I'm saying I'm saying Bill Cosby sexually abused Coco.
Yeah, that's what exactly. There's no other way to interpret that.
Yeah.
That's what
Coco's a victim in all of the show. If you watched, you're like, Coco's a victim.
She definitely gets she gets punished a lot.
And
just
Coco
being herself.
Does a great Deus Ex Machina at the end.
Mm-hmm. Punished Coco.
Because Coco comes in, it's an eye patch at one point.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a video game.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to cut this whole bit, probably.
No.
It's just lost to the audience who didn't see this.
If I post it, then they're not lost.
Okay. You're gonna have to, because otherwise it will be lost on them.
But yeah, it was cute. It was funny.
It was cute.
You guys are doing funny things.
It was filthy, I guess. I don't know.
But that can be funny.
Could have been filthier. That's what I didn't even want to be funny. I just wanted to be filthy. I just wanted you to come away from it being like, yeah, that was gross. Not gross, but that was a filthy show, a trashy show, which it was.
Yeah, but that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that one girl was the one to be like, no, put the kibosh on stuff. I'm so surprised that anyone.
She's the president.
Oh, okay.
Of the club.
I was just surprised anyone would be like, no.
She puts the kibosh on everything we do. She volunteers it, so we're not going to name names, but Claire just. But damn, Claire. It's okay because she's a senior. She's graduating. The new president's not going to give a shit. I would stay drinking with her because she was one of the writers and came to visit. I drink an entire bag of Twisted
You drank?
tea.
Oh, Twisted tea.
Like a bag of that? Yeah, they sell it in boxes, like boxed wine.
That's disgusting.
That's pretty good though. When I went to the zoo.
Rethink your life.
This is the thing.
Just show yourself some self-respect,
so
just for once.
To the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
And with Twisted tea.
Mm-hmm.
And cups.
Okay.
Or like a little like a cup, like something you can call refillable.
Okay.
And to put it in it. Just did it on the baby changing station in the handicap stall at the zoo.
Of course.
And that was just like, ooh, this is my life now.
Not only are you taking a stall away from a potential handicapped person, but also a parent who needs to change their child. Just to get drunk.
Because people would think I'm peeing because when you pour the twisted tea. Also, there was no point to drink that day. That was a great day. That was Zoo Day.
You didn't have to
You
be.
didn't need other influences on Zoo Day.
You guys drink a lot. It seems like all you guys do is drink.
I don't know. I know. I don't know. That's on you.
On me.
You said it. I didn't say it. I disagree with that.
It's not real if I don't acknowledge it.
It's true. It's funny. It's funny because it's true. No, but oh, I drank writing that show too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
It seems like every once in your
So I
stories
drank
involves this.
the night before. I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Like, is it day drinking when you drink every day?
If it's day drinking if you don't know what day is anymore. So that Thursday was, I guess, okay, so like the theater groups, like, because we're lame, we have like a formal.
Oh, that's lame.
It is lame. But like, we want to be like, we're Greek life. I don't know.
Do you
whatever.
actually?
What?
Do you actually say that?
No, but like it's essentially like trying to mirror them. I don't know.
Interesting.
I didn't come up with this idea. But I didn't go to bed that night.
Damn it, Claire.
I went to bed at 7 a.m.
Oh, nice.
I straight up at one point I went outside alone, listened to my earbuds. I just watched the sunrise because everyone else was asleep, and I just wasn't. That day I took a few naps. I skipped class. Yikes. I only had one class that day, and then that
Why was
day
this not on the weekend?
And then that day at 7 p.m. because it's cheaper if you do it on Thursday. And then that night at 7 p.m. I had to start writing
Writing what?
the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that was a several day endeavor.
Yep, and then didn't go to bed that day. And then, of course, went out on Cinco de Mayo. So
How could you not?
how could I not? Got Taco Bell that night, which is rare for me.
That's right. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot of work to get.
you guys are exclusively McDonald's people.
Well, Taco Bell, you have to like Uber there, which we did.
Well, yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, no. But next year, we shouldn't have anyone being like, no, you can't do that.
Well, maybe that's a good thing about that, though.
The administration. It's fun to have a thing to fight.
Have the man to fight the
Well,
system
her
to
argument
break
was
down.
if anyone ever shows up, we're going to have to change the word slut to tramp, because you can say tramp in G-rated movies, because Eddie was like, had some weird example of a movie. I'm like, they say tramp in this. Maybe it was Lady in the Tramp.
Probably Lady in the
But
Tramp.
not that, because Tramp is the boy. So that was the idea. If any administration show up to
So
the
her
show
fear was just that.
on a Saturday night at 7 p.m.,
So the fear was just that the man would show up.
a man would show up. Or maybe, like, no one would have complained. I'm kind of upset no one did. Because here's my thing. If someone complained about the show, is I wouldn't be the representation to, like, go in and talk. But if I was, I'd just be like, that didn't happen. I would straight up just be like, that didn't happen.
There's no film of this. There's no record.
'Cause I don't think most people... I was like, that didn't happen. No, we didn't. No. Why? That wasn't the plot. And I'll, like, give a fake plot. I'm like, no, it's a women's prison. But, like, it was fun. And they got along and they were best friends.
Have you seen Orange is the New Black? It's just like that.
It was like that minus the lesbian sex and the... that's actually a pretty bad example. I'd have to be like, do you see...
Oz.
Nah, Oz would be an even worse example. I don't know. What's a comedy that takes place in a prison?
Arrested
Do you
Development.
see Let's Go to Prison?
Oh, Let's Go to Prison.
It
That's a
was
great movie. That's a great
but
movie.
Not that. Next year should be good. Next year we should be doing 3 shows, which we did last year, but...
Wait, what? You guys do 3 shows?
Well, like 3
groups?
main shows. Like, no, not like 2.
Oh,
We're gonna do
you
2
mean like...
musicals and a play.
You mean like actual people
Well,
show up
like-
to do this?
Like,
I see.
no, like, yeah, we're gonna do 2 musicals and a play.
Like things that people have to pay for.
Ideally.
Wow.
Well, we have money for certain things. I won't say it because if it doesn't happen, I'll be sad.
That's unfortunate.
Or if I'm not in the one, I'm not gonna be in the one. So we're gonna do Chicago next April or March and February. I'm not gonna be in that. So
I've never seen it.
I'm gonna be really good.
Remember when the movie came out?
Gonna be real good stage crew member. Gonna be lifting.
Picking stuff up, putting it down.
There's not much to do. Maybe a chair in that show. There's not that much with that show. That's why we picked it. And then we should be doing Little Shop of Horrors in October.
Ooh.
No one listens to this show, so I guess I can just say these things.
Rude.
But, like, no one, like, I know listens to this who would, like... Because it's also, like, not public knowledge that we're doing this. I don't know.
Well, they could listen to it.
I said it. I can't advertise for the show now.
No, I'm not cutting it either.
You should probably cut the one thing, because that's just boring.
What one thing?
The thing where we just, like, talk about the show.
What?
The prison show.
Oh, I'll just post it. Who cares?
That's fine. No, yeah, we should be doing a little shop before. But if not, we don't. I don't know.
Interesting. I've never seen that either. I remember seeing the beginning of it.
You know what? Don't look it up.
And I was scared.
Don't look it up, because if we do it, you're going to come see it. And there are certain aspects of it that would be hilarious if you don't expect it.
All right.
Absolutely fall on the floor laughter.
Wow.
With two aspects. Two of the most well-known parts of the show, though.
Oh, I don't think I know anything about it. I don't think so. I know there's a talking plant.
You know the talking plant, though, so that's one of them. Okay.
That's
All
about
right.
it, though.
The other one, now, very well-known part of the show. It would be very funny, though, if you didn't know.
I don't think I do.
That's good. You can email me, listeners, if you want to know what the thing is that I'm thinking of.
You didn't give your email. You gave my email.
Well, they can Tom will just forward the email. Or just not respond to it. He's busy.
I mean, I have time to answer emails.
Oh.
It's just an
Do you
email.
get a lot of emails?
Not
This
that
an
often,
email
no.
show?
You can. If you want to email the show, feel free.
Okay. I don't, because like some shows are just like, we're going to answer questions. I don't know.
I don't get enough to have that be a segment.
Oh.
People send me more, I would, but it's
Well,
not
you can also just answer them personally.
Yeah, I usually do
But
that.
also, have people ever, like, correct the show?
No. No,
Okay.
I'm flawless.
This show should, you might want to correct it. Or, like, complain. I feel like this was a pretty,
I'm always willing to take complaints.
this was an edgy
And
episode.
even death threats.
This was an edgy episode.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets people upset.
Yeah, definitely, I'm going to be regretting that we recorded this in, like, 20 years.
Maybe. That's if you actually become something. Got him.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no, but, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the tone of the show is mostly just talking about pop culture, though.
This show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we didn't really do this.
Talk about Kevin Smith.
Which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I think that's more interesting.
What? Just having it be whatever?
Just talking about, like, things, well, it's, like, less relatable, I guess, because people don't know, but
I don't know.
I don't know. You just want to talk about Batman instead of, like,
But instead of what? Like, review
your
a
life, I guess.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No,
I get...
it's more interesting.
And then again, like, most of my life is just talking about, like, Batman.
Most people's lives are like that.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I assume.
Yeah, no. But, yeah, I don't know. Just see any good movies?
No, because I've been falling down. I saw Infinity War. I've talked about that ad nauseum on the show, but I fell down the rabbit hole of this fucking Disney theme park stuff, or just theme parks in general.
Yeah, I
Big fan.
that way a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know you've been into it before because you've watched people who like go to parks and review rides and shit, don't you?
Yeah, I've done that. I don't know. It's such a weird thing, and then
Because like what ended up happening was there's this one YouTuber, Jay Nicholson. Shout out to her. She's wonderful. She's hilarious. But she kept getting posted stuff. People kept posting her stuff because she liked The Last Jedi, and people would be like, "The fuck is wrong with this girl?" And I never clicked on any of the videos because I was like, "I don't know what's going on." And then I just happened to click on one. I was like, "Oh, hilarious!" And I now realize what she's doing. But she's like a huge theme park fan, and then was on a theme park podcast that I started listening to. And I was like, there's a huge community here. So I started investigating. And I started I really like Defunctland because he just talks about rides that like don't exist anymore.
I always get recommended for Defunctland.
It's really good.
I've seen like
He was on Pizza Party podcast too, I think.
he might have been. Who haven't they got?
It's true. But
I feel like every time I'm on this show, we have to talk about how horrible that.
pretty
show
bad.
is.
It got better. Well, the last episode wasn't too bad.
Last episode was.
But it's because someone wasn't there.
It's because someone wasn't there, and then it wasn't good because they just talk about Sonic.
It's true.
They're obsessed with. I don't get why people like Sonic.
I don't either.
Write into the show if you get why.
No, because you don't. Because it's a mistake. If you like Sonic,
If you like Sonic,
just
you probably have some fans that like Sonic.
step away.
You probably do.
Just step back. Look yourself in the mirror and ask why.
You probably have Sonic fans listening.
Probably. But you guys need to show some self-respect.
No, dude, no one's like, yeah, I like Sonic. Like, it's good. No, like, they're just like...
No one is just a casual Sonic fan.
You're just very into Sonic.
It doesn't exist.
But even then, it's like... They play... I don't know. I don't get Sonic.
I don't either.
Great Twitter.
It's a hilarious Twitter
We'll leave
account.
it at that.
But
Frosted Flakes has a good one, too.
What is?
Frosted Flakes?
I did not know that.
Well, no, it's Tony the Tiger.
Holy shit.
It's a great Twitter, but not for what they post, but for what people post.
Oh, because it's like a furry thing,
Furries.
right? Yeah.
Just furries.
I think I've heard that before.
Just
The comments on all the Tony the Tiger tweets are like
It's just
incredibly like, fuck me, Tony. Yeah.
Furry shit. Actually, at school, we have an obsession with furries. So, I won't name the college because I fear with your fan base they might pick
They're
up the
industrious.
school.
They'll
Furries
find you.
are banned on my college campus.
They're blamed?
Banned.
Oh, banned.
Banned. Well, furry, like, not furry, like, but, like, you cannot come in your
Fursuit?
fursuit.
How was that a problem?
It was a problem.
Interesting.
Not like a problem, but I don't know why they were banned, but there was one person who didn't have a quality suit, but would show up. So they're the commuters of the school are weird.
Mm-hmm.
As probably commuters of most schools.
Yeah, maybe.
And they
I don't
hang
know.
out in this
Not
little
gonna blanket.
lounge next to the Starbucks in the student union.
Uh-huh.
And they just play their video games, and they're all in this club called... They're going to come after me for saying these things.
Well, you didn't get the name of the school.
I have fans. They're all my... No, but they all are... They're members of a club called the Admirers of Illustrated Literature.
I think, was it the anime club?
Yeah, it's just... Like, it sounds like it should just be like comic books.
That's true, it sounds
But
like.
it's like Doctor Who. It's just
Just a nerd club.
nerd, but not like the fan.
Too cool for that
club.
shit?
I am too cool. I want to join. I want to do, not like an expose, because I don't know what I would be exposing, but I want to do an expose of that club.
Interesting.
So badly.
Why don't you just let these people live their lives, Ben?
So badly.
Just let them live their lives.
I had class with one. He brought like a Guitar Hero guitar to class.
He's got to play his games.
He keeps it in his backpack.
How else are you going to move
I
it?
feel like this is not the podcast to be bashing these people on, but they are... You know what, though? They're very content with themselves.
That's all that you can ask for.
They're very happy, and the club's very...
I bet they all fuck.
Oh my god, they do! Because the Unity Lounge where they hang out has mirrors on the wall. The one wall's just mirrors leading into the hallway.
I'm very curious to see how
like
they all
a zoo.
fuck.
Like a zoo.
And mirrors.
Because because when I walk by, I slow down a bit to watch them.
Okay.
But no, my one friend one night was walking by, and she saw two people on because it's all like leather furniture, like just going at it.
Nice. Live your best
The
life.
Unity Loungers. I wish I had someone else to talk more about the Unity Lounge. It's like an obsession of mine, like a person. Because there's nothing to I want to do. I want to do a monk what Jane Goodall lived with the gorillas.
Yeah.
I want to live with the Unity Lounge.
Do you know how you do that? You just go in. You just hang out with them.
It's a small enough campus that they'll recognize me. But
They'll know you're the asshole trying to make fun.
no. But I'll put on a big ol' hat and they all those big hats, cat ears.
Oh, like the cat ear headphones
Mm-hmm.
that project music
Yeah.
out.
What's some things you hate from these people?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care. Okay, all right.
Just do you.
You do you is fine, and I'm glad they have a place, and they all seem very happy. But boy, are they crazy.
I mean, crazy is a perspective.
I like it. And they're not all into the Admirers of Illustrated Literature Club. Some are just straight up weirdos.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say because I feel like you just don't care.
I sure don't. I don't get it. I
feel like this whole episode should just be aborted, really. It's just
no.
abort the mission. Contact's drying up. Yeah, how long have we been going?
Almost left. Hour 45.
Oh, okay, so a short one.
Yeah, it's a reasonable length. I've been thinking about it.
Because I looked, it's
lately.
like 2.5 hour ones.
Yeah,
It's
I put it.
a
Yeah, I
little
have a
too
couple
much.
that are like 3 hours, and like I was listening to a podcast today, and it was like 2 hours. I was like, this could be shorter.
You know what, though, is great? If people listen to this podcast and get offended, at least
They listened.
you'll be known as someone who like had to stop listening.
Oh,
Like you moved somebody. Well, I moved somebody probably.
made someone want to stop.
I made somebody have an emotion from this. Oh, you did too.
I mean, I'm definitely here.
You were pretty just passive. This
I'm just letting you
episode.
run. I'm letting you run.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the track.
Yeah,
And
definitely the last time I'm gonna ever be asked back. I feel.
No, I don't care. Probably have you back like next week. If I can't
What
find,
if you get an? You know what?
if I can't find anyone, you're just gonna
If
fill
you
the
are
spot.
listening, please email a fake complaint or something, so we have something for next week.
It's true. If you just any comment,
Really, just
just
you
let me
should
know.
have. If you want to control the show, just email because
It's
you
true.
probably would just let. If someone's like, I want an episode on chicken fingers, you'd probably do it, right?
Oh yeah. I'm at your beck and call,
Yeah.
emailers. I'll do anything
For free, too.
for free. It's a free
Unless
show.
it's like you're asking for something super weird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like take a shit on mic or something
Yeah.
because
Well, I mean, they wouldn't know. It's not like this is filmed. You could fake it.
I don't want to do that though. I'm no faker, Ben.
You can't.
I'm all real.
It's all real.
But-
It's a pretty raw podcast.
Oh, it's very raw. The
Listening
only-
back, you don't edit. Do you know how? Like that's
Yeah.
more of a. Okay, you did.
no, I cut stuff out all the time,
Yeah.
but not often.
You should add little.
I just cut it out when it's like necessary. Like someone says a name or someone says like the place of their work, and they're like after the show, they're like, "Hey, can you cut that out?" So I can do that. Or if someone goes to the bathroom.
Oh, then I can have it all cut out. Just
No.
the whole show.
No, you don't get that privilege.
Okay, that seems fair. That's fine. No, this was an odd I feel like because I've listened to not the too many episodes. Like today, I listened to my episode for the first time.
Yeah, you've been all about
Only
your own
listened to just because I just was not a good. I don't know.
Well, whose fault is that?
It was mine. It was mine. And I just seemed very like. It probably was. We probably did it very late or something.
I think we did.
I don't really remember.
The episode we ended up deleting was way better than that one. That's that much I'll say.
Well, we can sell that. So people were like, oh, you two suck. We're like, well, we had a better episode.
It was way better.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember what we talked about, but it just happened to be recorded through the webcam mic, and I was like,
There were
"Fuck."
bits where we did the same thing.
We
in
redid
that
it.
episode.
We
did aspects of it.
we repeated
So
some
we
stuff.
talked
Yeah.
about Christmas specials, and
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a thing about one, and
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
did the same lines
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
hey, don't break what's not broken.
No, I mean, hey, no one saw it. No one saw the first time. Might as well.
And then I did one episode because I was looking at the titles where I was gonna watch all the Medea movies.
Oh yeah.
I did fail at that
Oh,
mission,
no.
listeners. I did not.
If only you could have done it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's still hope out there. You can still complete it.
Yeah, I might restart them.
They put one out a year, so
Yeah,
the
maybe I'll
sooner
do
you get it
again.
going.
I might watch them again.
you have infinite time right now.
Good old Medea.
Like, what are you doing besides sitting on the front porch like an old man?
I did. I sat on the front porch today, listening to my own podcast.
Oh, really? That's what you were doing,
For
huh?
part of the day, yeah.
Well,
For part of the day, I did listen. Didn't listen to the whole thing because at the end we talked about the new Star Wars movie, and
yeah.
you got like super upset. and
I
I'm
sure
like,
was.
don't
I
care.
sure was. I had emotions.
I didn't care.
I don't care anymore.
I'd get upset about like if we want. I'd get passionate if we want to talk more about the Unity Lounge.
No, I don't think I don't have any
Is that
context.
not
For that. I don't have context.
Yeah, it's not.
I have a lot of tidbits on amusement parks right now. That's about it.
Yeah. No, because normally when I'm on the show, you just tell me like 20 minutes in advance.
But like to come on.
But like
Yeah.
yesterday, you told me, so I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
should prep things because I always feel like very unprepared. And for some reason, you like that aspect of the show.
I don't know.
Just like, we'll just talk about. It's like I tried to come up with ideas. I was like, well, what was the last episode like? And I'm like, oh, it wasn't very good. Because last episode, you were like, oh, backed by popular demand. Like people requested me.
They did. It happened. Not this time, but it happened before.
And it will not happen the next time. I don't remember who requested me. You did say it on air. But if you want me back on the show, this is what we'll do. We'll do a poll. Email into the show. I really want this email to take off
I do
clearly
too.
for some reason.
It would be convenient.
If you want me to stay,
It would solve problems.
email. Keep it going, Scotty. If you want me to leave, be like, dump the mug.
All right.
So like you vote.
yourbrainontom@gmail.com.
It's a live and vote. If you want me to,
Feel free to vote.
if you want me to sleep, I'm like, I don't know, mucus.
Phlegmy, getting nasally.
Phlegmy. If you want me gone from the show, email in. If you want me to stay, email in.
Well, unfortunately, that's only going to partially deter me because sometimes I just need someone to be in the room, and now you're available for the next few months. So
pretty much.
There's going to be a lot more, Ben.
I just fear the audience won't. I feel like I might kill the show with this episode. I like how now the episode's just about the release of the episode. Yeah, no.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
I don't think we got too bad. We did say Tammy the tranny.
But that was in context of what you had to change.
Yeah. I said it again just now, though.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, though.
I don't know. I like Coco more. It's just like a generic name.
Shouldn't have said that. No, Coco is such a better... And that was even just a placeholder. I didn't... Did I come up
I think
with
it's
that?
worse that the people wanted to just combine the two names.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hated that. I was like, you can't do that one. You have to do the other one, if anything. I also never wanted to... I wanted to play as a straight woman, too, the whole time. Which I did. Did my own makeup for the show.
I noticed.
I did my own nail polish.
Do you want to write more? Is that a thing you want to do?
Yeah, I just write whenever. Should I read more about London? I have more.
No, it's fine.
No, not. Would that not a good aspect of the show?
No, that's fine. I'm just saying in general.
No, it's fine. Okay, cut it.
No, you write. The stuff you write is funny.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I read it. I thought it was good. I don't know.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying. Does that something you want to pursue more?
I do. Yeah.
All right. You should do that. I think you're very funny, Reddick.
I think it was good. Yeah.
The funniest thing I've ever received was you being drunk, going listen to the Pizza Party podcast, and throwing up. Just two horrible things
Just
back to back.
Horrible things.
I can't wait to be invited on that show. Oh boy.
Well, that's my.
That'll never happen.
Some people just write into that show and they take them. What you have to do is just release a shitty webcomic. Like, not even a good one. There's like people that's all you need. Cause people
I'll do a shitty Sonic webcomic.
That's all you need. One episode of it too.
And they'll fucking eat
and
it
they'll
up.
never listen to this backlog. Actually, they might.
Up to them.
But even then, like, they shit on their own. I don't know.
I like Nolan, Pan.
Do you follow Nolan on Twitter?
Think so.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
I follow a lot of people on Twitter, so some people like fall to the wayside.
Okay.
I follow like 1,200 people.
It's yeah, no, you should try to be on the show. It's gonna be sad though if you don't get on the show.
I've talked enough shit about him. You'd think I would just not, but what are you gonna do?
You could probably easily get on the show.
I don't know if I
donate to that Patreon they keep bitching about.
I almost did. So what ended up happening is they.
I want to because I need to see them when they go to that stupid sad convention. I want to know how shit.
That's actually a big convention.
That's gonna be shit.
But they're gonna be a shit show probably. Yeah.
It's a live panel show, right?
I don't think is that what it is?
I thought it was they were getting a panel at
Oh, maybe they are.
If it's just them recording like in the hotel room, I don't want that. I want them a live show.
Yeah, that panel's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be and I can't wait. If that's what it is, it's gonna be just so much.
This is the most excited I've ever seen.
It's gonna be so cringy.
I almost.
That's what that show is.
I almost donated to that.
Cringe. You should donate.
But like then I thought about it. I'm like, if they even are like, who is this stranger? And like look back, like there's a lot of shit talking of their show. Which I listen to it every week or 2 weeks, whenever they put it out. So
I listen to it. Yeah.
I don't know how much I can hate
that I
it.
think a better quality and that I get more enjoyment from.
You let fall away.
I'm always like, I'm listening to this first.
Yeah.
Like when it releases and I'm like about to listen to something else, I'm like, no. Pizza Party podcast.
I'll put it on for something.
Yeah.
It's usually what I'll do is I'll like put it on for like as long as I can tolerate it.
That's kind of sometimes I won't finish it.
And like one time, I forget which episode it was. I was like pretty feeling it. Like, this is good. And then someone came in later, and I was like, no, the dynamic has been thrown off. I can't handle the show anymore.
I know the episode you're talking about.
Yeah. I didn't like the added wheel to the cog.
When they do like the opening of the show, they're always rough.
I like the.
Then they do
roughness
the news, and then they do like the questions, which is fine.
I wish they just went back to talking shit about internet celebrities.
Oh my god! Wait,
that's all I want.
I don't, because I think they recorded the episode back. Like they're gonna have a good one about the whole channel awesome thing.
I fucking can't wait. I went back and listened to an old Sardonicast episode because they referenced that one about them talking about it. None of them even give a shit
Did you
about.
talk about that on this show, or do you not?
Oh no, I actually don't think I have.
Do you care that?
I fucking
I've lost
am
all
obsessed.
interest in it, honestly. I was so into it.
I am paying attention to it now. For context, Channel Awesome with that guy with the glasses and Nostalgia Critic imploded a couple months ago, about a month ago.
Yeah, I don't know. About a month
due to
ago.
various claims of harassment, negligence.
A lot was already out there, which is what's weird.
That was weird, yeah. And
Everything
then,
about the anniversary movies I thought was well known.
yeah, apparently those were all poor productions, people treated like garbage,
Yeah.
people not being treated well in terms of
And
like a business stuff.
Everyone left the website, but Cinema Snob and Guru Larry.
And Guru Larry did it for a lark. He just stayed so he could
Essentially,
make jokes.
his reasoning was like, they've never acknowledged his existence on the website before, so
Right,
now
yeah.
he has to be on the front page.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is that still a website?
Yeah, I literally just checked it today.
So it's still there, and they're all the people are still there?
Those.
Wow.
As far as I know, I haven't looked at. Like I said, I kind of lost interest.
I lost my mind with the Jew Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
And for context for that, he was a contributor on the channel.
Now we're gonna care.
I'm just gonna say it,
Okay.
just people who don't give a shit and don't have to look, because there's a lot you can look into. He was a producer on the channel or the website, and it turns out is it sexual assault?
He
Definitely groomed several fans. He definitely sexually groomed fans, and he was there is an allegation that he sexually assaulted someone. Unfortunately, he committed
killed
suicide. Yeah,
That's
so
not good.
it gets real crazy and hairy.
No, it's
with
real.
that whole thing.
It was.
Because then we don't know. He can't make any statements. His wife straight up was like, "Fuck that guy."
It was
when all this stuff came out, or his widow. That was nuts.
It was so. And then you hear it from one contributor, who did like. He would have apparently had like in his show, because they did reviewing shows, but they all had like storylines, by the way. Cause that was the thing. And
because you all had to make them like the Nostalgia Critic.
His storyline didn't like wrap up, so she spent like 2 years or a year and a half with other contributors trying to like wrap it up and like.
Oh, the movie? Yeah. Mars Girl did that. Yeah,
that's her name.
She made a movie. Yeah.
She came out with. Like a video, and she's like, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to feel. And
they were like close friends.
It's very.
And she made this huge movie for like a 2-hour movie with like people did like sets and like actual costuming. It's like a Kamen Rider themed thing. So like, it's got to be crazy outfits and all this tech and stuff. And apparently it's decent. I just haven't watched it. And she kept it up because she's not going to remove the work for other people. People have been editing him out of their old reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Phalos has one where I guess he was cameoing in it, and there's just no Juwario in the cameo. There's no cameo from him anymore.
That's weird. I would have just deleted the old video. Or just like took it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so she left a disclaimer being like, he's kind of a monster. Did you watch that thing I sent you guys on Twitter?
Maybe,
you and Mike?
I don't know.
It was a thing I was like, there's a part like, nearest the end. It was like some big expose video of like, here's all this examples of the whole thing.
Many exposés on YouTube released, but then new information would come out that the exposés would be dated like that.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to watch videos.
There was one on him where they just show a clip and they're like, we don't know the exact context of this, but this just kind of supports the allegations of him sexually grooming younger fans. And it was this like young girl who would probably at the time of like film this video being filmed like 13. Mm-hmm. Just talking about how much he loved him, and like, it was the grossest thing I've ever seen. Like, I've never, like, for a while I was like in shock that he was like this person, and I saw that video and I was like, oh no, he's a total scumbag. Holy shit!
I didn't like watch him.
It was crazy. Lot of nut stuff. Apparently, one of the girls that he assaulted, they figured it out based on some dude's story. Some people went out of their way to figure all that stuff out, so she got cut. It's been crazy from the top down.
I think it's
been bananas.
I think it's quieted down.
Lately, it's definitely quieted down.
My favorite thing is on Dog Walker's Facebook. He'll like post something, like a new video, or like whatever. Or like he does like a lot of charity work.
Yeah.
So
he was in Albany when this was all going down.
I know.
Like the weekend this all fell apart, he was in Albany. I could have gone and seen him.
On his Facebook, people will just
I was
comment.
In Boston.
So there was a running gag on his show where he would have an elephant. Like an elephant
the elephant in the room, yeah.
People just post that picture because he hasn't addressed any of that.
That's really funny. That's a really good deep cut to his fan base.
I love it. He lost a lot of fans, but for the most part, he hasn't.
I mean, well, yeah.
Because even people a lot were like, I hate this website, still like the show, though. Like, they're like, I don't want to be a contributor to that website, but I'll have a crossover with him.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, I guess he's a name, so I don't know, but
also people like that show.
That's crazy to me. That show hasn't been good in years.
Is when it years, like the year came out. Like,
yeah, sure, it's not really been that good.
It was never good. Honestly, like, I enjoy people just summing up movies to me.
Yeah, it's screaming.
I don't know why.
But I mean, to be fair to him, he really started that whole like,
and successful.
He pushed a lot for like that's what they're talking about in Sardonicast, which is the YMS podcast.
Yeah.
And YMS and I had everything were in that like the copyright video that he did.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Which, yikes! Because okay.
That's so he has done a lot for like content creation, like copyright stuff, and like really moving that forward.
Agree.
So like he's done some stuff, but as a whole, as a website, that place is a fucking nightmare.
But even then, like,
allegedly,
a lot of what he claimed is fair use isn't fair use.
No, it's not. No, he's
not.
He doesn't. He doesn't seem like a smart guy.
He should just stick to
Allegedly.
clip-less reviews of him reenacting it, because that to me seems more like, because he also like doesn't review stuff.
No, he just goes
he
over
just sums it over, and it's like it's good, it's bad. I don't know. But also a little.
What are you gonna do?
Thing. Some advice.
Don't sue me.
If you want to be a reviewer,
yeah,
be a reviewer, but then never try to create a movie or a TV show.
Oh yeah, it seems to always go poorly.
Never do that, because guess what? You don't know how to do it. Because he don't like he'll like Nostalgia Critic will make fun of like movies and stuff, and then he'll do it like he'll make his movies, and like you also make very bad movies.
That apparently happened with the Red Letter Media guys. They made a movie and it's terrible.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. It's just like it will ruin your
credibility.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Unless you'll make a good movie, I don't know.
Make it 4 hours and
also,
circle jerk.
Thing in Birdman, but like reviewers are those who couldn't make it. I don't know. Remember that? It's in Birdman.
Oh yeah. When he shoots out jails of the other. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah. It's yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I liked it. I'm just trying to think of it. I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that whole Channel Austin thing was fucking bananas.
Yeah.
That was my earlier internet or YouTube obsession.
Yeah, no. I mean, if people know it,
I've grown up.
Like if people watch that, I guess like look into it. But if you didn't, there's no point.
No, if you didn't grow up with it,
it will not interest you at all.
No, yeah,
it will not interest you at all.
I could, yeah. The only reason I cared so much because I knew who most of these people were that were involved.
It's crazy though, but like I never watched them.
Wait, what?
I like never watched any of the other people for the most
part.
Really?
No. I watched a decent.
I watched some of them.
I really like Spoonie, and he kind of imploded.
I watched him.
I like Lindsay.
She's
I like
my
Todd.
Favorite. I love her videos now.
Then the straight call out against her was so absurd.
If I was, oh my god, that's the
and
mistake.
Their apology in quotes.
Not their apology. Their
spit at the fan base.
Their retort.
Yeah,
was rough.
It was labeled an apology,
especially because in the Google Doc going against them, they talk about how they only would ever go against the women.
Yeah,
and the they men just were fine. And so how come in their retort or they did exactly what they said? What they were accused of doing. They only proved it better.
They said they couldn't read the whole thing. It was too long. They said it in the beginning of the retort.
They actually said that.
They said we can't address all claims because there's too many. So we'll address the ones we saw a lot of or something like that. Something to that effect.
Okay, but also probably the certain claims they just can't.
Pretty sure they probably didn't read all of it anyway. I didn't even read it because by the time I found out it existed, it was at 70 pages.
And it wasn't full. I read essentially I'll say it. The one who I really would want to hear the opinion of is Lindsay.
Yeah, I would like to hear her side of the story.
Because she is my favorite thing. I don't know. Like if there was a Patreon, I will ever donate to. I know it would be hers.
Oh really?
But Patreon's kind of shitty though.
I mean, you just donate to support the person.
Donate $2 and that's it.
Oh really? There's not like tiers.
No, there's like 2 tiers. It's like one's like donate $2 a month. Oh, it's per video, which is also good.
Oh okay, that's not bad.
So you're only donating, and then the other one is maybe it's like 15, and you get like scripts of every video because it cuts out a lot of information.
Yeah.
Sounds like interesting. I
That's
guess.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a couple, but I have a job.
I would only do hers.
I
Only because
have.
I during all this Channel Awesome stuff, I just rewatched all her like new videos, her like video essay stuff, and even like her older nostalgia chick stuff. It's really good. Although a lot of her old videos are ruined because she even says a lot were like phoned in or like she tried to follow a formula. It's kind of like Kesha's music now.
Oh yeah.
Kind of ruined, but like, is it? I don't know.
The very first Spooning with Spoonie, she wrote and directed.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. For a moment,
That name itself is clever and funny.
at the start of it, I was like, "This is really weird," but then realizing that she did it, I was like, "Okay," because like she plays like the damage, like
yeah, no, he like does a talk show in his bed
after having sex with the person.
Yeah,
And I think it's like her and the chick with the goggles, I think, is the other one in the bed.
yeah.
Is that first episode? Is that
I don't
another
know.
one? Because they have three of them. I forget which one time when she plays into it, but yeah, like Lindsay's like crying the whole time. It's like weird. But then like okay,
Couldn't
she wrote
do
it.
that now, although still.
I mean, she wrote it, so
Doug
maybe
Walker
you
doesn't
could do
even
it
know
now. but-
comedy.
No,
Not like he doesn't know comedy, but like, and you could argue, Ben, didn't you just create that prison play? And that's true. But like he'll like have like the gun violence jokes.
well, apparently his mentality in comedy is it comes from pain or something.
Well, okay, I'm okay with that if that's his reasoning. I don't agree with the
Application.
yeah.
I don't think it ever works, but not the way he's doing it.
Yeah, no. I mean, if that's the belief, he probably read a Mel Brooks quote that
Yeah.
says that.
Yeah, because I remember hearing something about because there's the whole thing with the I guess into Boldly Flee, the only movie of theirs I haven't seen because it's 4 hours, where like they have to do like Linkara's character
The rapes,
yeah.
The rape for joke. That's a joke. Well, okay. It was a different time. I'll give him that. But still, not.
Well, apparently they were trying to talk him out of it,
Yeah.
and I guess that was his defense: was comedy comes from pain or something, or whatever term he used. I forget I forget the exact quote, but like that was his like thought of like, no, this has got to go in because this is funny because this, and it sounds stupid, and I don't really want to watch the movie anyway.
No. Yeah. No. They're probably gonna rebrand themselves as just like Nostalgia Critic.
They should have done
The
that
whole Channel Awesome thing.
a long time ago.
Get rid of Guru Larry and
God no.
Brad.
Guru Larry, you should just own the website.
They should just
Just
like,
sell the
hey,
website to him.
Do you want make a channel Channel Larry?
Yeah, they should do that. I've never seen a video of that guy's, but
No.
he's fucking hilarious.
I've seen him in every YouTube comment
Yeah,
section
yeah.
now. Boy, have I.
He was on the Pizza Party podcast as well, and he was hilarious.
Yeah.
'Cause he had no idea where he was.
He's in Australia.
No, he
I
didn't.
know what you mean. I love it when they frequently have guests, and then I don't know if what Pan says is like a character. He's doing a bit by being weird, but like he has like that thing with like.
Oh,
like
Nicholas?
If I don't, can you explain that to me?
I don't know. I don't have answers.
Like his
He calls it his niece, his little niece,
It's
but
like
think
a
it's
joke,
super.
right?
It's super.
They met
yeah.
on the internet though, right? Probably.
What?
Him and that girl probably met on the internet.
Yeah, she lives in like California.
Apparently, if you listen to like the live streams of his video game playing, he'll like
They're not good.
get into like his weird personal life.
I've watched one, and
Does
it was
he do that?
yeah. He cries sometimes.
Oh God,
It's not. Oh, at least this one time.
I love this though.
It's hard to watch. I mean, like
It's very cringy.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd
yeah.
imagine.
There is plenty of archives on YouTube. If you look up, people, whatever.
I'll just say
Pan.
that the Unity Lounge probably listens to the Pizza Party podcast.
I mean, both of us do.
I know, but I'm
Voluntarily.
Well, I'm normal, so.
Voluntarily, Pen, you choose that show over others.
I don't know. I hate it.
Don't call yourself
I hate
normal.
myself for it, and the episodes are so long. But like, I'm like, fuck it.
But yeah, you can. There's plenty of archives of him crying about ex-girlfriends or whatever. There's one that
What's
he.
the whole point was he didn't ever have a girlfriend or something. I don't know.
I don't know. No, it was a girl he liked, and then thought they were dating, but they weren't. I don't
Oh
know.
my god, there's that
life.
tragedy.
Yeah.
And to like say it on the air. And
Yeah, apparently his live streams are a bit
remember
intense.
his room tour?
Yeah, his room's a nightmare.
His room is this one's organized at least.
I keep the shit to the corners, but it's piles of shit.
Also, like he didn't have lights.
I think he's always done that though. That's just well, because all of his videos when he starts them, he shows his room,
but
like a section of
that
it.
was like part of the joke.
Yeah, well,
he lives in that.
Yeah, he does. He had some weird stuff too, like really old, like here's disc 3 of some weird TV show. I don't know where the rest of it is.
What's weird about
like
and
what?
I kind of like it.
How do you not keep the stuff contained?
They're all obsessed with like, and it's because that's like when they were, but like early 2000s entertainment.
Yeah.
Like that's weird.
Yeah.
That's not quality.
No, but people are like that with the 90s and the 80s and all that stuff's not quality.
No, I know,
so
but it's just like, I don't
people
know.
get obsessed with their early years of...
But it's like weird stuff. He's very obsessed with like when Cartoon Network showed like live action TV shows.
He's not that obsessed with it.
I like it. I think it's interesting because like no one else talking about it.
Right, no one's going to talk about it. Cause
there's a lot of, he
trash.
also pioneered reviewing cartoons, I think, in a lot of ways.
He's definitely the biggest name, yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of...
And when he does it, he's amazing.
There's a lot of people that copy him.
Like, no shade to Pan. He's fantastic at reviewing cartoons.
Fantastic researcher.
Fantastic.
I wish he did more. I think he should do full-on video essays. I'd love that.
He's close.
He's very, like, he's essentially doing that. He'll probably do it one day.
He's, like, as close as you can get while also trying to be, like, a comedy channel. He's phenomenal.
No, he's very good. He's very good at that.
Yeah, he's on a hiatus right now,
sure
or quitting forever. I don't know.
I think just a quick hiatus until the summer, maybe.
What does that mean?
But you know what? He's got to pay those bills, and I'm sure the podcast.
They don't do ads, but they have Patreon for it, so I guess. Well, that goes to everyone.
You have to split it between probably all 4 of them.
Well, Jim hasn't been on forever.
Count? Jim was on a recent one now.
He was actually.
It was like just him, Jim, and a guest, though, right?
Yeah, I love when Jim's on there. Because he's an old animator.
I don't get why he's like 30 years old, right?
Yeah.
We'll say he's like, and like
he did,
out with Pam.
He did, well, him and Ian are friends. Ian, I can't remember this guy's name.
They did like that weird, Cletus the Fetus.
Yeah, the guy who does, OKKO.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name.
I don't know.
They always call him Ian on the show. I know exactly who they're talking about.
It's a very...
But they worked on Knock Force together.
Yeah, it's weird that Jim is on that show.
I love Jim.
Because Jim is like an adult. And like
yeah, I know. But that's why I like it. Because he'll be like, this weird movie that none of you have seen.
Intelligent.
And I'm like, I've seen this thing.
I'll show it to you after this. Because I'd have to find it.
Okay.
But you might have been the one to show it to me.
It's possible.
You know what? Okay. We'll keep talking. I'm going to find it.
All right.
But, no, yeah. Pizza Pod Podcast. Come be on this show, Pam.
Jim.
Pan. Jim could be on it too.
I love Jim.
Any of them.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever had that where you've recorded with someone who's not in the room?
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I just did one for someone else's show, but I don't know when it's coming out, so I won't promote it completely yet. I don't want to lie to the good people.
Crossover episodes?
Yeah.
You live in that dream?
Kind of.
We're
working it. Things are happening. Hopefully more things. If I can get everyone down to clown.
Find it. But
we'll see what happens.
That's disappointing. But no, so if you liked this episode, you can stay quiet about it. We really only want your personal attacks.
I could deal with personal attacks.
I want a death threat. I would like a brick through my window. I
don't want that because I don't clean up. Nothing that involves me cleaning up.
No, because then I will call it a hate crime.
No.
I will win, and we will turn the trial into an episode. No, but if you do want to complain about this episode or any episodes, where can they go, Tom?
I can go to yourbrandontom@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All your compliments, complaints, death threats,
just a lot of
questions.
Every complaint about me. Bring them I'm not even about the show, just about my life.
Yeah, if you think Ben's just a dumpster person, he's willing to accept these facts.
I'm not. Like, that's the thing. So I want to have to face reality on mic.
Oh, that'd be good. Send in all of your complaints.
Questions.
But only complaints directed towards Ben.
And I would also like that, just because I probably will be on again soon.
Uh-huh. Probably.
And I would
Seems
like
likely.
I'd like some questions, some complaints,
listener feedback.
stuff I have to answer for.
Yeah. Put Ben on the spot.
Hold me accountable.
There you go. All right. So we're gonna keep Ben accountable. Email the show yourbrainattom@gmail.com. It's the name of the show.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty easy, unless I fucked up somewhere. But people keep emailing me, so
it?
they seem to be working.
Should you spell it maybe?
No, I don't think so. I put it in the description.
Okay.
So it should
Because
be there.
people might be like, with a U, like you.
No, it's the exact way this show is split. But I get emails from I got some email from like a search engine for podcasts, which I should probably deal with. Make sure I get found
Is
better.
Is iTunes the search engine?
No, it's like another one that searches for all.
All right.
I've been on the website because I've Googled myself like a narcissist, and I showed up on there. Wow. But I should probably make sure that everything's on the up and up over there so that it's found easier.
But yeah, definitely next week we'll be holding Ben accountable for his actions and things he said.
Yeah. All right. So that's that.
Or if you enjoy, because you'll link the film.
I will.
The film, the play. It's not filmed well, by the way. It's on someone's iPhone.
It's on iPhone. They didn't adjust for lighting.
God, no.
There's a part where he just kind of palms the phone for some reason.
You get to hear him laugh at every joke.
You do.
So.
Yeah, you definitely do. Anytime the camera moves up and down, it's him laughing at his own.
It tells you when to laugh, really. It's helpful.
It's a good visual cue.
I spoiled that show. That's disappointing.
You spoiled it for me yesterday, and I still enjoyed it.
That's true. All right, so give that a watch. If you hate that I complained about tea,
You didn't really complain about tea as much as you just blew open all of the British culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it was comedy.
So, yeah, it was comedy. All right, is that everything?
I have nothing more to say. I have 10:30 plans, so...
All right.
Yeah,
Do you actually?
I do actually. I have to go get dressed.
Wow. What?
I'm going to wear this shirt, though.
Oh, you should. That's a good shirt. Ben is wearing a Barbara Bush is Still Alive shirt. I found on the internet. Bought it for him.
She is dead. Did you buy it for me?
Yeah. Well, I was going to take it if you didn't want it.
Nah, I mean, I enjoy Barbara Bush.
I thought when I saw it, I was like, this is a really funny shirt. And I was like, who actually
More of
would...
a Laura Bush person, but, Barbara Bush is in it. She is bad.
I thought
she is
it'd
bad.
be...
That's kind of funny.
It would be even funnier because Ben goes to college and can wear this around. And
I will.
It would be very funny.
Tonight. It's also soft. I don't know.
It's a good shirt.
It's a nice shirt. I like that, you can tell, it was
just printed.
Yeah.
So.
I like shirts like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I do too.
There's websites where they'll just print, whatever you want, an image on a shirt. You'll search a shirt. Have you ever, been in, a fan of something, maybe? Do you, want a shirt of something?
My Final Fantasy shirt I wore yesterday was exactly that.
It looks very bad.
It looks horrible.
I kind of want to buy it.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
Or it looks great because it's just a JPEG put over a T-shirt image. It would be a PNG.
Is that the one you wore yesterday and that little boy complimented you on?
Yeah.
Well, you got a compliment. I mean, sure, he was 12, but...
People are amused by the simple things. Yeah, I have high standards.
That's true.
I mean, it's not the worst shirt ever, but if you look at it, if you really stare at it, you're like, this was clearly a PNG that's been stretched to fit on a shirt.
That.
Yeah.
I'd like it more if you could, tell that it was, a block.
Well, yeah, that'd be a PNG.
A shirt once.
That'd be a JPEG.
That was straight up. You could tell it was
would it be a transparent background?
An image.
Yeah.
And there was no... Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just that. I mean, it's not terrible. From a distance, it looks fine. Somewhere in that pile over there.
Right.
But, all right. That's it. Email the show with your grievances.
And we'll have a grievance episode. Airing of the grievance. You're not going to get that. You might get one.
I mean, hey, that's one.
Even if they're made up.
It's true. Just make them up.
I need something.
If you want, you could create a couple email accounts.
I would
send them
love
in.
that. We all have a couple email accounts for when you need a trash email account.
Yeah.
All might email the show.
What you should do? Just tell your friends to email the show. Not listen to the episode.
No,
just email the show.
Boy, would they have some grievances to air.
Yeah.
Boy, would they.
Let's just put it out there. If you have any problem with Ben, regardless if you listen to the episode or not.
Honestly, yeah. Just whatever.
Just email the show. All right. yourbrainattom@gmail.com. That's the show. All right. Love and kisses.
How long we going?
Oh, we're done. We're done. All right. Love and kisses.
No, I know we're done, but how long, mother? How long will this thing?
Let me hit stop first.
Oh. Well, can't you can just chop the end off, so it's even easier.